Ayo. Sorry, good morning. Sorry I'm late. I am, yes. I have no excuse, I'm just late. Hello, everyone. Hey, Cat Lamp, Senpai Seeker, Bellhound V, Commandos, Hardman. Yeah, you see your message, Commandos. That's fine. Good luck on your exam tomorrow. Bed was too comfy? Yeah, for real. Bed was like extremely comfy. Also, I'm still having breakfast, so I apologize for that. I was like, oh yeah, I still have time to like, you know, eat before a stream. But spoiler alert, she didn't have time to eat before a stream, so here I am now. With my oatmeal sitting in front of me. Between me and my monitor. She hates us, bro? Yeah, I do. So yeah, you may hear me eating from time to time. It's fine, just ignore it. How did N4 and Dandelion defeat Narcissus? Narcissus? Excellent question. We haven't been shown what happened exactly. And I'm assuming we will, but I don't know. I haven't spoiled myself that much. In fact, I've been kind of avoiding spoilers a little bit. Like, I know some stuff, but like I don't know everything. So we shall find out, I guess. Breakfast. You probably won't hear much though, but like if I go quiet at some point, it's because I'm just breakfast. Relic adjacent shenanigans. Yeah, that sounds like the more accurate. Sunborn ID. Let me log in. I did not write my password correctly. Wow. Wow. Didn't the recurrent narcissist body already? Yeah, but they still haven't said anything about how she got defeated, but like, I assume it was something weird because she was like melting or something. It was very strange. Anyway, without further ado, and ignoring my munching sounds, let's jump into the game. Since when have Dandelion had that ability? I don't know, man. I don't know. I honestly do not know. Oh yeah, I'm getting everyone back from logistics. I've been doing logistics, guys. Are you proud of me? I've only been doing it for like the past 2 days, but still. No resources. It's fine. I'm used to it. I live with no resources. I don't know what those are, but good job. They're like the AFK farming for resources, so I can get like new dolls and stuff. Let me get these. I wanted to do all this before stream, but like, again, bed was too comfy. I kept like lying in bed. I was like, I have time, and suddenly I did not have time anymore. I don't know what happened. Let's just get all of this out of the way quickly. Okay. Hey, Tepo, good morning. How are you doing? Blame the time change? I had forgotten about that, to be honest. I had absolutely forgotten until, like, we got into our car this morning with my sister, and she was like, wait, what's the time different? And they were like, oh, right, the time changed. Anyway, let's jump into the lore. I put this handy reminder for myself on the stream because I was farming boxes yesterday and I accidentally pressed the 12th stage at story only. So I was like, oh no. I didn't read it though, so I don't know what happens, but yeah, I was like, oh no. Knowing myself, I will probably forget by tomorrow. So I left a little reminder for myself, and instead of leaving it like somewhere like on my phone where no one else could see, I just go in and did it on a stream, so like everyone will know of my mistakes. This is an awesome day to start the day. Oh, thank you. Let me get one last spoon of my oatmeal because I eat oatmeal like a granny. And let's go. As anyway, do let me know at any point if the audio is too low or too loud, and I'll adjust accordingly. Griffin Base, Area S09, New Soviet Union. Persica! Has Kanan been transferred to a specialized hospital? Alien, my beloved. Yes. In the command room, Persica suddenly inquires with a steaming cup of coffee in her hand. She does the most in-depth data compilation I have ever seen. I hope her condition won't deteriorate any further. Don't worry, Miss Persica. While there might still be a shortage of medicine, with enough care and the right treatment, she will definitely get better. Hey, Lamp! I hope so. What about the juvenile Nitos? Oh, right! They're now under Mr. Javier's temporary custody. I don't know if I should worry or not about that. What a shame, that old geezer. While Kalina is absent, if there is anything you need, just let me know. Persica's face is lined with exhaustion. The mood here is slightly better than at IOP, but I didn't expect that I still have to work overtime here. Thanks to you, the recovery of our dolls has been progressing very smoothly. That goes without saying. Her smug smile. I didn't come here to ride the gravy train. What does that mean? I need help with English expressions. When the commando returns, I'm sure they will also be glad to learn. Click. Just then, the communicator lets out a chirp. Caller unknown? After a brief moment of hesitation, Helen decides to take the call. This is Griffin Base S09. State your business. Hello, Moshi Mosh? Berlin, Germany. Kampai. Gravy train is the situation? Ah, I see. After the waiter puts down the beverages, the two men sitting on the sofa clink glasses lightly. Oh, are we finally getting the gilf that Bellhound wanted? The situation in Berlin has been rather tumultuous lately. I hope you didn't mind the abrupt invitation to this meeting. Earl! With the help of the National Volksarmy, I'm sure this so-called turmoil is no more than insignificant ripples on the surface of a lake. General Schweinsteiger. Hey, Sunny. No, I am on YouTube. How many regiments collapsed started with such insignificant ripples? As a Minister of Defense, I am not so confident. Heinrich Schweinsteiger, Minister of Defense of the German Democratic Republic and Vice President of the National Defense Council. Just look at those ties, dapper as heck. A man holding such important positions can only have the most extraordinary amount of experience. Well, it's your job to worry about such things, though I believe you didn't invite me here just for this glass of German brandy. You haven't changed at all, We haven't seen each other for more than a decade, have we? 14 years. Can't believe it's been that long already. We were still relatively young then. What was your job again? You were a journalist? What? Just the chief editor of a small news agency. What, reminiscing about wartime? Griffin smiled. Oh no. Why will anyone reminisce about that era? There's nothing nostalgic about sending young people into trenches. However, in order to prevent that from happening again, we must never forget. Isn't that right, Mr. Journalist? Forgive me for being blunt, but what are you doing in Berlin these days? He's planning to world domination or something. Enjoying a hard-earned vacation, nothing more. It may be a vacation to you, but your presence is giving a lot of people in the government a massive headache. The conference that will decide the future is about to begin. Consider my visit necessary for some preparatory work. We both know full well what you're doing here and on whose behalf. It's no secret where the Council stands on this matter and what the party thinks of this. I've got to remind you, the Nationale Volksarm has its own standpoint and considerations, and the German people know how to tell friends and foes apart. Do they? Do they really? Please respect our decision. It would be a shame if it really had to come to that. I agree, which is why you must exercise restraint to prevent it from coming to that. Can I take this as a warning from our friend? Griffin lifts his glass again. Nobody's warning you, It's just a piece of friendly advice to save us all from an awkward situation. That sounds kind of like a threat. After all, the founding of the Union of Rosartrism is just around the corner, and every single one of us has a duty to defend the Union's interests. But of course, the future of Europe hinges on Germany's decision, and Germany's future hinges on your decision. So may I construe this as your official reply to the Council? Good God, not at all. I'm just an old man who wants to spend some time catching up with you. Alright, then I look forward to Faust tonight. Faust? Why do they all have funny names? But speaking of which, tension has been on the rise again, especially once the conference was scheduled. Oberstein has been very troubled ever since he returned from London. Please tell me the truth, Hey, Hakuja! The friendship between adjacents. What really happened in London? The future. It's coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on. No? Because they're German? The future. That's right, General. It has always been the future that the Council sets its eyes on. The future is such a vague term. At this point, Germany can only afford to focus on the present. Have you ever considered the fact that it is precisely because the future is obscure that we find every single passing day so riddled with hardship? There will always be some people who can't see the situation for what it is, but time will always be on our side. That's true, time is on our side, until this rundown building gets knocked down. Schweinsteiger takes out an exquisite-looking invitation card and places it on the table. We are now at the crossroads of fate. One wrong choice, and we will go down in history as villains. We must do our duty to our countries. Is a stable Europe part of the future you mentioned? Of course. Then have a chat with my friend here. Maybe we can turn a new page together. Griffin looks down at the address written on the invitation. He knows exactly who will be waiting for him there. This must be Faust still. Please inform Mr. Oberstein that I most graciously accept his invitation. Griffin rises to his full height and is just about to stow the invitation in his pocket. But Schweinsteiger keeps his fingers pressed on the invitation, with seemingly no intention of handing it over just yet. What is the meaning of this? There's another personal matter. Please go ahead. Oberstein is plagued by the past because of something. At this point, I believe I have the right to know what it is. I'm sure you know me much better than I do. Ah! Gasp! Her name. Lunacia. Dun dun dun! Oberstein's daughter. What exactly happened back then? Hey, let me pull out my lore stream. Griffin eyes the general before him and suddenly realizes he has not taken a single sip out of his wine glass. Or no. Let me get more oatmeal in me. I'm so hungry. On the outskirts of Berlin, Germany. Moist soil slips through the commander's fingers as they stare at the freshly relaid earth in a daze. Sorry, Commander. This is all we could find. That's alright. The commander takes the long piece of metal sheet from row 635 and sticks it in the ground in front of them. Here lies two pure souls, who gave their lives to light a candle of hope for the world. Christ. Commander is touching grass. The world knows they need it. F in chat. It's probably for the best that we leave out their names. Someone will remember them. We will, at the very least. The commander clasps their hands together and closes their eyes in silent prayer. After a short while, they stand up and dust themselves off. Are we really not taking them back with us? We don't have time for this. We're in enough danger as it is. We'll only regret it if any harm comes to their bodies. This is a good spot. It's remote and quiet, and the view is nice. You do have a point, and I must applaud your excellent choice. If I ever need to be late to rest, please don't say that! No. If I ever need to be late to rest, could you take care of my funeral? Ignoring UMP-45's quip, AR-15 silently follows the commander's gaze and contemplates the crude and simple gravestone. That's not a death flag trigger, no, not at all. Let's go. Join your sister? No, shut up! Okay. UMP-45 watches on, then with a shrug, she turns around and heads back towards their vehicle. 45, this is bad! What happened? What's wrong? While everyone else is in solemn mourning, UMP-9 suddenly calls out urgently from inside the vehicle. Get in. What happened? 416 turns her head angrily and glares at the restrained Morido. What's she do now? What we were dreading came true after all. This bitch somehow opened a crack during our interrogation and broke through the electronic seal for a short period of time. Though we pulled out just in time and closed down the signal flow, she still managed to get a message out. What? What did she send? I don't know, but if it were me, I will definitely go with our location. Sub 2, R15, get... Whoa, that fast? What is that scream? Never mind, I'm not doing that. Commander, watch out! The loud explosion is followed by chaos. At that moment, the commander feels the world spinning upside down all around. Hey! The blast has sent their vehicle rolling. Oh, so they were, like, very close. Not good, 45. A large Paradeus force is closing in. Commander, are you alright? R-15 rushes over to drag the commander out of the overturned vehicle. In their state of confusion, the commander can just make out the fast approaching white battalion. Row 45, prepare to sortie. Roger. Like we ever had a choice. Let's move it. Ooh. Map time. I'm in normal? I am in normal. Okay, good. We're just having a chill time and suddenly we got bombed. Yeah, bae. Wait. This looks simple enough, but I don't trust. I don't trust. Capture any of the mark points? Okay, it does seem simple enough. How will they fuck me over? Sound like something you should... for real, for real. Old men show up, Lord gets robbed. Coincidence? I think not. Okay, I could probably go up there. Oh, these just patrol. Yeah, can probably do that. Should be fine, right? Should be okay. As long as I keep an eye on, like, my Ellie board, should be fine. And while they fight to the death, I'll eat. I'll eat my grandma food. I remember when those... How are they called? The Rodeleros? I remember when you actually had to, like, move against them. Good old times. Now they just drop dead. They used to be so scary. I know, right? Same with the Gundams. And now it's just like... die. I'm not complaining though, but like... I remember. Back in my day. How fitting that I'm eating oatmeal. What do you put in the oatmeal? Nothing. It's their flavor oatmeal. So it's like cinnamon and spice. No, it's like, it's just 5 Gundams, nothing bad. Exactly. If it's more than 5, maybe you should worry. But if it's up to 5, it's okay. You're good. Do you eat straight oats? No, I buy oatmeal. Like, you know, the mix. Then you just add milk and put it in the microwave and that's it. It's done. Let me just admit I'm almost done. You mix egg in yours? What? I have never heard of that. Then again, I don't know that many people that eat oatmeal. Egg in it is pug? Sometimes I don't know if I should believe you or worry about you guys. Your Obasan is showing. I'm sorry, I'm old. Never heard of it either. See, I'm not the only one. You guys are the weird ones, clearly. Weird. There's no nutrients in oatmeal? Isn't there? I never look at that kind of stuff, to be honest. Mixed in fruit juice? That I've heard. Or like, nuts on like dry fruit and all that. No way, you two are weird. Everyone point at Hakuya and Kat and laugh at them. It's just fiber and carbs. Oh man, that's okay. It's just for breakfast anyway. I'm used to it. Then maybe you should stop being a clown. Delicious fiber and carbs, exactly. You need protein? Just eat meat! Trying to get my chili girl. By a vote of 3-2, you are heavy team. Weird. Exactly, the council has decided that you two are weird. Have a side of beans. Oh, beans are good too. Alright, we gotta continue now. Almost done with chapter 1. Put a scoop of peanut butter in it sometimes for preparing. Okay, that actually sounds good though. How does it mix though? Like, do you heat it up after, I guess? Or like, do you heat it up before and then like put the scoop of peanut butter in? That sounds like it's strange, but it sounds, I don't know, for me it sounds better than egg. I think an egg feels weird. I do add egg to my rice though, and mix it together. with some Valentina spices. Very good. Reward me to mix. On the outskirts of Berlin, Germany. Egg drip soup? What is that? Egg drip soup. Have I ever had that? Maybe? From the pictures, I'm gonna say that yes, I've had egg drip soup. Egg drop soup? Yeah, egg drop. Because we care, cat. Yeah, egg drop soup. Yeah, from the pictures that I see, I've had it. But like, I don't know, soup feels different to me because it has like savory stuff, you know, like meat and mushrooms and like veggies. But the oatmeal that I buy is usually like apple flavor, like maple syrup and brown sugar. So that's why putting an egg in there sounds weird to me, as opposed to like putting peanut butter. What is it? Egg drop soup seems like the typical soup that you get at like... No, actually I don't know, because I've had it in like a few places. I don't know how to describe it. I'm very bad at describing food, but like, I've eaten it and it's good. It sounds weird, but it works. If it works, it works, I guess. Anyway, we move on to the soup, from the soup lore to the game lore. I love this background, I gotta say. On the outskirts of Berlin, Germany. I'll look it up later. Yeah, I'm better at describing food. I just kind of eat it. I just kind of eat the food. Brace against the overturned vehicle, the dolls finally managed to eliminate Paradeo's forces. Good thing it was just a small unit. We probably won't be so lucky next time. Is the vehicle still operational? Ha! Subtu tries to flip the vehicle back onto its wheels. Of course she would. There'll be hell to pay if you play this kind of trick again. You think we really won't kill you? In her wrath, R15 punches Morido viciously. Oh, yes, do that. Ayo? I'm gonna let you guys appreciate that for a second. Yes, I don't know how that makes me feel. Kinda hot. Yeah, no, not gonna lie. Morido's only response to the doll's violence is a low grunt. It's just artist venom coming out. That's hot, but she likes it. Doesn't that just make it hotter? I mean, what? I've been rude to publish that art in November. Oh, this was all Mica's plan to make everyone fail. No, not November. Hey, PCU. Stop at 15. Don't waste your strength on her. Morido probably. Yeah, I kinda, yeah. Go and help the others. Sorry. R-15 shoots Morido another dirty look, and while she still fights the urge to just blow her brains out, skelters off to join her comrades and check on the unconscious Dandelion. Just Bondage Morido has appeared. Yeah, and there she is again. What does that mean? Excuse me, ma'am. Could you please not speak like that to me? Cool as a cucumber, aren't you, my commander? Shut up. Oh, I thought you captured me to get me to talk. I thought you wanted me to do the opposite of shutting up. You can save me that load of crap. She's definitely into this. Oh, she's definitely having a blast. But from what I can see in her memory, you were very kind and gentle to my sister. She was nothing like you. She will never take innocent lives for her own ends. Oh? Is that what bothers you, Commander? You, whose hands are also soaked in blood? I suppose a bud sprouting in the soil does still yearn for light. So that's the sort of thing you're into, I see. Next time, I'll humor you. What? What does she mean by that? Oh, I've seen a lot of people mentioning Teal. I want her to show up. I don't know her yet. Commander! Row 65 comes over, interrupting the commander and Morido's conversation. A transmission from the base. The commander shoots Morido another glance, then turns and follows Row 65 to the other side. It's me. I'm very glad to see that you're doing well, Commander. Miss Elian? How's Kalina? Is she alright? Relax, Kalina is perfectly fine. Is she? We have already transferred her to a specialized hospital. The juvenile Nairo known as Anna has also been sent to Javier for research. No, Anna! Right. Oh, sorry. You must have called me for a particular reason. Is something the matter? You could say that. Jay! Hello, Commander. You are... a Ecstasy agent and a colleague of Case. You may call me Jay. I see now. You're the one who's been helping Angie this whole time. The commander murmurs with rueful understanding, then lapses into silence. They didn't expect that to be the last time they will hear from Angie. Now, there is even more work to do. We are very grateful for your continued support. We won't forget the favors that you and Kay have done us. Wow, you're not like Angie at all. Anyway, let's not waste time on this kind of empty small talk. The fact that Kay has given me your contact information means he trusts you. I trust Kay, and I trust Angie, which is why I've decided to place my bet on you. Isn't it the same for you? You're right. I'm just kind of an asshole. yeah, Mirror, in the last event, you guys just like, Angie, please calm down, have a nap, think about your actions, please. But she didn't. But regardless, thank you very much for getting in touch with me. As you know, Paradeo's infiltration into our country is far more deep-seated and extensive than we expected. Take a sneaker, yeah, basically. There's no telling whom we can really trust. Working together is our only hope of averting catastrophe. The commander rubs their forehead and forces themselves to remain calm. What do you need me to do? As I've said, I'm now under surveillance, so I can't get around freely. There are many things that I can't really do at the moment, but you have no such limitations. I will supply you with intelligence, and in return, I'd like you to share your findings with me. My colleague was killed in that mansion. But Angie could still be alive. We might still have a chance to rescue her. This is Angie we're talking about. She couldn't have kicked the bucket just like that. You see, I knew we could come to an agreement. Right. Then let's keep in touch. Alert me at once if you have any new discoveries. I'll do the same. Understood. Call ended. I like the way his shirt is slightly lifted. Mica really wanted to make boys Frontline. I know! Like, there is no reason he has to, he has to stand like that or dress like that. Like, but I'm just like, thank you. Thank you for doing it. What's with all these sexy young German boys? I know! What were they planning? They were testing the waters for an error cloud. Can we really trust a guy who popped up completely out of the blue? He contacted me using case cipher. Considering our circumstances, having an extra lead is not a bad thing. It's a requirement for employment with their agency. I see. Then right now, we have more questions to ask our prisoner. Understood. I don't think you're gonna get any answers out of Moridos. Honestly, you should just get rid of her. She's not gonna say a thing. Like, how do you not know this? Berlin State Opera, Berlin, Germany. The opera house is soon abuzz with activity and conversation. Then a female singer takes center stage and bursts into song. Oh, hello, man. I am not gonna attempt to say that. What does it even mean? Hello there. Let's see, Google Translate. Bark bark. German. This happiness is not a dream. How do you say that? I mean, it's the you with 2 little points. How do I type that? Oh wow, thank you for loading website. Oh, there we go. I see. I don't think you guys can hear the browsers. No. Here you go. That's what she said. The BGM is a little low? Okay. I'll pump that up. Thank you for letting me know. You couldn't hear the German? That's weird. Do I not have the... Should be playing. Oh, yeah, it's not picking up my wavestream mix. Excuse me, OBS.
Kein Traum ist dieses Glück.
There we go. There you go.
This happiness is not a dream.
I don't know why it's repeating it slowly. Bless you. I'll open my thingies. She's gonna say something else now. Yeah, I knew it. Okay. Google Translate. Why all my German friends are on Twitter?
Ich halte dich umfangen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm holding you.
Ooh. Her clothes are mismatched. True! That's hot. Her sweet and mellow voice has a certain mesmerizing quality that keeps the audience enthralled. She's holding you, yes. That's what she said. She has a captivating voice. More old man! Oh god, he's so well drawn. Why? Old man RTX on. And your tastes are as refined as ever. No, we need Jaguar's mind on him. Oh no. I see where the budget went. The older you are, the more well drawn. Overseen is at least in his 90s. I see now, everything makes sense. Can't wait until we see the shotgun grandma. The legendary minister Rudolf von Oberstein himself is sitting in a private box on the left alcove. The center of power in the entire German Democratic Republic is currently gathered here in this very opera house. Time to blow it up. I mean, what? The curtain falls. It is now the intermission. Minister Oberstein, a gift from our friend brought to you all the way from the Soviet Union. Moskovskaya vodka. Vodka. He couldn't just say vodka. Like, no. Like whatever that is. I'm guessing it's a place or a brand name. What is Paradise attacking this place? I know, right? Why they should leave me alone and come attack the old man. Vodka from Moscow. Yeah, that's... Yeah, it does sound like that. Moskovskaya vodka. Looks like someone is reminding me not to step out of line. It's been so long, I've almost forgotten the taste. He really knows what you like. Oberstein lifts his shot glass and peers at it with narrowed eyes. Aren't you too old to be drinking straight vodka? Let's get down to business. To defeat! Okay, I won't make that joke again. Let's get down to business. Has he accepted our invitation? When you're that age faggot, who's gonna stop you, true? Yes, he knew from the start that the invitation was from you. Of course, he's no simple man. I'm beginning to understand why you have chosen to deal with him. However, isn't this too risky? It's not a good idea to antagonize a member of the council. Even with the Swiss don't dare to get on the URNC bad side. If they find out... I see that not only do you wish to befriend the Error, you are also quite chummy with the Swiss. Still, money doesn't necessarily buy one a friend. One could end up buying a dog. What? Oh god, he's smiling. Don't worry, General. I promise there will not be another large-scale disarmament like the one in 51. However, Fire keeps changing his voice and trying to get into the old man. That's not my greatest concern. More importantly, let's resume this discussion some other time. Our friend has arrived. Right on cue, overseeing secretary speaks from outside the private box. Minister, Lord Griffin is here. Oh, now he's Lord. Please let him in. Yes, sir. A moment later, the door is opened. The two men rise to receive their late guest. You're late. You missed a spectacular soprano in the first half of the performance. Yeah, wasn't he an Earl just 2 minutes ago, and now he's an Earl again. Lord Griffin is hell of a name. That's the name he should have. Apologies, I didn't expect the traffic to be so terrible in Berlin when it's rainy. It's been a long time, Minister Oberstein. The last time we met was in 62, but you still cut a striking figure. Okay. Thank you. The last time I saw you was during that conference on European IT standards in London, wasn't it? Back then, you were still a secretary working at the cabinet office. A sir, yeah, but I mean Sir Lord work. If I remember correctly. Like either or can work. At least better than Earl. Do excuse my humble beginnings. Well, thank you for your gift. It brings back memories of the Reconstruction era. Sir Lord Earl Griffin. I thought you disliked vodka. And I thought Brits disliked living their quaint little island, yet here you are, making yourself at home in Berlin. Damn. Griffin returns Overstein's gaze evenly. Then they both burst into laughter. Having watched the entire exchange on the edge of his seat, the general surreptitiously breathes a sigh of relief. My friends, let's all sit down comfortably before we continue. Please. After you. The three men slowly sit down. Oberstein is the first to speak. Griffin laughing so more coarse that him smiling true. We never had the chance to have a proper conversation, even though you've been in Berlin for quite a while. I'll cut straight to the chase. Why exactly is the council so interested in Berlin? It's because of the smell, Minister. What? The smell in the air on the eve of a storm. The smell of blood. You believe a storm is coming. I believe we are here to discuss how to stop it. Oh, then is there anything I can do to clear the air of the smell of blood? Certainly, where there is a will, there is a way. This bit of a stench won't be much of a problem as long as it's dealt with in a timely fashion. After all, I doubt anyone wants to plunge the world into chaos. Is he allergic to giving a straight answer? Yeah. Earl, I hope you forgive the current state of disorder in Berlin. Germany is at a watershed moment. I am quite curious, esteemed Minister Oberstein, about how this state of disorder will be resolved and where Germany's future lies. More importantly, which future will you choose? Do you believe we will have a future in this crumbling house? Is it necessary to knock it down then? So who is going to give it a good kick? You? Earl, you... It's quite alright, General Schweinsteiger. We should be heartened that a guest from far away shows such great concern for our country. I thank you for your understanding. Please believe me when I say that I genuinely wish for a bright and prosperous future for Europe. Do you know when was the first time I drank this vodka, Earl? It was around 10 years ago in an air raid shelter. My lieutenant poured us both a shot to calm our nerves. I can still clearly recall his grin, even after all this time. It was 62 years ago. They fixed that very fast, though. So you don't have to ask me how to put an end to this state of disorder. Our Soviet friends are very experienced in this regard. True, but right now they're rather occupied by their own troubles. So unfortunately, they won't have time to share their valuable experience with you. Then you must remind them to take care of themselves. Winter in Siberia can be brutally cold. You have a point. Let us drink to their long-lasting health. Indeed, to their health. I don't trust any of these men. Well, like, cheers, I guess. Oberstein raises his glass and downs his vodka in a gulp. Thank you for coming tonight, Error. Germany has already wasted too much time in her past squabbles and turmoil. This time, we must not make the wrong choice. And it goes without saying that I hope to see you in Germany's future. Somehow the fat bastard is the most trustworthy guy here. Why is that so true? You can trust they are untrustworthy. Oh yeah, that for sure. Oberstein gets to his feet and pulls open the drapes behind the private box. Thank you for inviting me, General Schweinsteiger. But I must get back early tonight and continue serving my country tomorrow. Good night, gentlemen. Oberstein turns and exits the box. He still hasn't left it behind. Who can really say they have, Era? That did not answer any single question I had. I don't even know which questions I had, but none of them were answered. We're getting his picture. In the Neo-Soviet Union. Oh, we took a trip. Rustling. Rustling. I don't know how rustling sounds. The drifting snowflakes fall to the ground, crackling delicately as they disappear under a leather boot. Winter is coming earlier and earlier in the Neo-Soviet Union. The man in plain clothes walks in slowly from the entrance of the cemetery, leaving a long trail of footprints behind him. He stands before the cenotaph and raises his head. What is that? Sounds familiar though. It's like, I feel like there's something I should know what it is. Never mind, I have no idea what this is. What is this? Cenotaph? A cenotaph is an empty tomb or a monument erected in honor of a person or group of people whose remains are elsewhere. Ah, I see. He has engraved every name on it in his heart. Carter? This man is still alive? What? Okay. Phew. As he exhales a cloud of white mist, Carter can keenly feel the coldness of early winter. Behind him, a uniformed soldier approaches slowly, an umbrella in hand. Sir, the report has been accepted by the secretary. You are currently relieved of all duties and are to remain in your current position to await further instructions. Relieved of all duties. Is that all? He looks like he aged 20 years since we last saw him. Yes, sir. I hold no delusions that Zelensky is that kind. Oh, Carter. Perhaps the people on top are still thinking of the sacrifices I made for the motherland. More old men here to not answer questions you didn't know you had. Sir, what about Captain Jaguar's family? Captain Jaguar was branded as a traitor. We could not treat him as a martyr, so all we could do was arrange for his family to move elsewhere. It's a shame. Sir? It's a shame that a hero who fought for his nation does not even have the right to be buried in the land he was born in. Such a country is no longer the motherland that we've sacrificed everything for. Carter looks up at the cenotaph, which is covered in countless names. He takes out a document with an open seal. Sir, what is that? Just a contract. After taking another long, hard look at the document in his hands, Carter turns and slowly walks towards the cemetery's exit. Sir, where are you going? To the border. What? Insert the Spanish guitar here. Which border? The border. There's no like extra stage to farm. The border. Russian border? Oh yeah, that makes sense. Since they were most likely in Russia. I mean, they say they were in the Neo-Soviet Union, so. Extra stages unlock up to chapter 2. Ah, I see. Time to go Monka. Why? What happens in chapter 2? Let's go. The Russian border with who? Yes. We go right into chapter 2, Rekindling Starlight. That's a very poetic name. Estas interrogation room, Berlin, Germany. Germany, Finland, China, Mongolia. I will guess Germany, unless they're going to the other border for some reason. The sealed interrogation room is cut off from all kinds of signals, listening devices, and daylight. It is silent and 100% suited for waiting. The oppressive mood here does not come from the seated people, but the person pacing back and forth is most definitely filling the air with tension. Is she coming or not? She calls us over saying it's urgent and then she leaves us hanging. Hello, I'm a subordinate, not a criminal. Come on, you two, say something. I don't actually know which Eastern Euro countries are back in the new Soviet Empire. Me too. Me neither, I mean. I've never seen a leader like her before. Hell, I've never seen a woman like her before. How many women have you seen, Jay? I mean, what? I have no idea what the hell she's thinking. If she has so little regard for us, then she shouldn't have called us over in the first place. All the brass know how to do is send ornamental vases over. Would it kill them to spare a thought for us? The door to the room flies open with a mighty kick and the tall, imposing, ornamental vase in question storms in, slamming the door shut behind her. Did she really just open the door with a kick? I mean, she didn't seem like the type, but I'll take it. This mission is codenamed Neo. Our objective is to find a missing cargo truck. It went missing between segments C6 and C9 of Autobahn A109. A picture flies out and lands in front of Kay. The extremely low resolution means that the only thing they can make out is the silhouette of a truck. Police work again. Romi's eyes sweep over to him. Jay immediately swallows the words he was about to say and shuts up. Why is she running 480p when the boys are in 1080p? True! Very true. Will let her kick me? Also true. All the highway surveillance footage along this region was destroyed. You must recover the vehicle and its cargo. Understood. What resources do we have? We have like 5 cents and some pocket lint. Only the personnel present. You are not to leave any traces behind during the course of this mission. Also, don't overstep your boundaries. Understood. Schwaben, this is the first job I have assigned you. I am honored to have gained your trust. You didn't get this assignment because I trust you. You got it because your record proves that you are suited to this job. Any questions? No questions. You made yourself very clear. Make sure to check in on time. Yes, ma'am. Romy nods, then pivots on her heels and leaves. It has been less than a minute since she entered, but the tension in the air fades with the sound of the closing door. Inside a ecstasy office. They have so many computers, so many screens. Large, crude letters fly across the display board. Kay turns around, then spins the stylus in his hand. These are our coming work arrangements. Are you serious? Do I look like I'm kidding? Schwaben, did she drug you or something? We have a blurry photo and a stretch of Autobahn long enough to race on. Could you be making it any more obvious that she's messing with us? It's so simple that even I could see through it. How come you can't? I do not believe that is Madame Romi's intention. Also, this mission is of the utmost secrecy. She will not have assigned it to people she did not trust. Do I look like someone she trusts? Everyone in the bureau knows the two of you work very well together and you have lots of experience in handling such things. You are more experienced than me when it comes to these matters. How should we proceed? Things don't just vanish into thin air. We need to check the transport route. I'll feel better letting you handle that. Take note, time is very tight. Understood. I'll go now. You take your time. Jay flops down on a nearby sofa and turns on the TV. Oh, Shadowless! An elite patient in Berlin has suddenly developed symptoms of shock and has been admitted to the ICOE in St. Marian's Hospital. Oh, sheesh. According to our sources, said patient claims to have been dosed with a drug produced by Galatea Corporation, but Galatea claims that the product in question has not yet passed the Phase 3 trials and is not being distributed on the market through any channels. The truth of the matter warrants further investigation. Wait, is that the that Neely gave to a dude? Also, what does it say here? Kritik am Brandenburger im Heftu washed. Sorry, I murdered that. Gotta be. This incident not only highlights the chaotic situation of the drug market, but also the negligence of the National Drug Regulatory Administration. Many Galatea pharmaceutical plants have been shut down recently, pushing back the release of Iron indefinitely and slowing the development of therapeutic medicines. The suffering patients have no choice but to seek aid through unorthodox means. Such incidents can only be stopped if the government puts the lives of the people first and gives them safe and reliable channels through which they can purchase legitimate medicines. Beta. On the streets of Berlin. La Argentina. The drug is alive. She's so cute though, I want her, I love her design. Shadowless looks really good against the backdrop of this big screen today. I wonder if one of Galatea's rivals is trying to deliberately stir something up. You are... A beautiful face suddenly presses itself up in front of her. This woman looks like she has just stepped off a fashion spread. Oh, hello there! Excuse me, miss, but may I check your camera? Sure. Farah hands her camera over. All she sees is the woman's alluring eyes and the curve of her lips. Why are you looking at her like that? Just saying, just asking questions. It's funny how Shadowless is somewhat of a celebrity. Yeah. I mean, isn't that kind of normal for like news anchor people? Like some of them kind of get quote unquote famous. Or like well known at the very least. So you were taking pictures of Shadowless. She sure is popular. And here I thought you were taking pictures of me. I guess I was merely flattering myself. Microcelebs, yeah. Oh, then... May I take a picture of you now? My makeup today isn't the best. Some other time, maybe. Then why were you complaining? Why are they showing her again? Who is she? She screams to the void and just simply keeps reading. I'm gonna get rid of the pin message now. What pin message? On the outskirts of Berlin, by a road line with verdant trees stands a small and rather decrepit house. Whizzes. How is a whiz sound?
What's with this rickety house? This can't be the place that Jaga is sending us to, right?
Stop complaining and get to work, Sub-2.
Alright. This place looks so beat up. Can it even be used?
She's so angry. It does look a bit old, but it's actually quite well equipped. There's even a vehicle for us.
Oh, hold on. Were we the only ones doing the cleaning?
Would already be done by now if you hadn't wasted so much time jabbering. The Raw 65 picks up their cleaning equipment and pushes Sub-2 into the house. The others remain outside, organizing their ammo and firearm reserves. Everyone looks solemn and exhausted. I can see from your face that you've already come up with thousands of ways of dealing with Morido. I know it's not kind of what I like to imagine Sub always talking through the speaker, but could you imagine that? If you can't hold it in, do share them with me. I'm sure your ideas will be way more hair-raising than G11's horror flicks. Why do you wanna know? I know how you feel, 15, but Morido may still be of use to us. No, Commander! Get rid of her! I understand, Commander. It won't be easy getting information out of her. How hard can it be? I can get her to talk as long as she has a mouth. I also know how to conduct an interrogation, but the main problem is we're only safe for the time being. Even with the temporary safe house, with Morido's skills, it's only a matter of time for her to break through the signal barrier and get a message out. If we don't solve this issue, we'll have to keep switching locations. If Paradeus takes her away, all our efforts will have been for nothing. Can you break her comms module? It won't do any good. Only an electronic lock will work on her. Unfortunately, the only person who can create one is still in Dreamland. Then when will she be able to do that? Break through the signal barrier, I mean. Hard to say. After all, Anato's neural cloud, or Victual Cognition Image? Well, it may look like our neural space, but it's actually a completely different system. I could try hacking it, but my method will be rather crude. In that case, let's just do it, to be honest.
Scream!
At that moment, an extraordinary noise suddenly comes through the commander's communicator. The shrill shriek pierces the commander's human eardrums. The two dolls are also displaying reactions of intense pain. Okay, that's interesting. Oh. It's a neural attack. IR-15 collapses onto the ground, her limbs spasming out of control. OMP-45 is faring a lot better in comparison, but even she is struggling to move. 15? The commander hurriedly turns off the communicator and stares at the collapsed AR-15 in alarm. Well, she's out of commission now. Damn it, we're already under attack? Get out of here, Commander. The commander, the only one unaffected, is caught in a dilemma. They can't just leave the dolls behind. Again. Sounds. Oof. The sharp noise rings out again, and OMP-45, who was frozen to the spot just a second ago, is released from her invisible binds. Yes, we can. No, we can't. Shut up, Sunny. The spasming IR-15 also returns to normal, but she is still asprawl on the ground from the exertion. I have never come across EM interference of such intensity. Still shaken, OMP-45 grips her gun warily. We must prepare for a counterattack. Where's the enemy? Leaning against a wall, AR-15 gets to her feet feebly as she scans the surrounding cautiously. However, throughout the initial neural attack, the safe house has been utterly still and quiet. The enemies everyone is expecting have not shown up. OMP-45 and AR-15 exchange bemused glances. What on earth just happened? Are both of you alright? I'm okay now. I took a hit, but it only lasted a second. Oh yeah, sure. I'm still feeling very tense and uneasy. OMP-45 got in touch with OMP-9. 9? Respond if you copy. 45? What is it? Did you feel anything just now? No. OMP-9 is her usual self. Nothing seems to have happened to her whatsoever. Did they not notice anything? Looks like it. I suppose the phenomenon was localized to where we are. Localized. Suddenly struck by a thought, AR-15 turns to look at the entrance of the safe house. Crap! Rohan's up too. Oh. She screamed. As if to confirm AR-15's suspicions, Sub-2's scream comes from within the safe house. Well. On a shaded boulevard, an oblivious moth lands lightly on Grey. She pinches its wings delicately. Then she brings her hands gently together and slowly pushes them against each other. She spreads her hands, and the moth is now lifeless. Okay. Weird flex, but okay. We couldn't log onto their latest position. We have already deployed all our scouts, but Morido's signal was very weak. Then we lost it altogether several minutes ago. We can't trace it. Oh, she's gonna die. Nothing like some casual animal cruelty to start the day. Save the explanation. What about you? The night obeying Andres shudders and answers carefully. We cracked the data from the previous transmission. They seem to point towards these locations. Right. Send me the floor plans of all 3 factories. They have been sent to you. But these factories are all abandoned. What do we do next? Find something from the factories and put them in there. Make sure they're less than 50% complete. Understood. You. Grey raises her chin. Awaiting orders. Go and set up a surveillance system. Don't leave any blind spots.
Yes, ma'am. But
Go on.
the place has been abandoned for too long. I'm afraid the power supply will not be able to support the surveillance equipment.
That's fine. We still have time.
Should I send sentries over there?
No need. I'm going in person.
Yes, ma'am.
After a pause, Gray tosses the corpse of the moth away. The needles look at each other, uncertain whether they should leave. Gray glances at them. Get to work.
Yes, ma'am.
The needles take their leave, and Gray lets out a long sigh. She dials someone's number on her communicator.
Hello?
You look dog-tired. I am. Are you sober? It will go smoothly this time. It's just been trouble after trouble. Tell those at Galatea to take better care.
Thank goodness we have you.
If only she thinks so as well.
She'll probably be able to tell.
But who cares about her? She'll have to ask for my help eventually. The goods are still with me after all.
True. I'm almost done on my end.
Good. I'll see you later. In the house on the outskirts of Berlin. Now we go back to... Sub 2!
Ah!
R15 kicks open the door and calls out to her friend anxiously.
Oh boy.
The two dolls are immediately greeted by the sight of Sub 2 and Row 635 sprawled on the ground as they enter the house. Unlike themselves, these two have clearly crashed right away when they came under attack. MP45 rushes up to them and starts running diagnostics, while R15 runs over to Dandelion, who has been laid down on the sofa. Seemingly oblivious to all the commotion, she is just lying there silently. R15 leans in to inspect her carefully. If anyone is launching an attack, the one they must protect is... Hold on, 15.
What?
Just as R15 freezes in confusion, her hand is suddenly caught in a grip. She turns her head in surprise and finds herself staring into a pair of familiar eyes. Dandelion is gazing at her with her eyes wide open. Good morning?
What is it, 15?
Is something wrong with your language model? MP45 and the commander stand rooted to the spot, utterly shocked by the sudden development. No. Who exactly are?
Don't be alarmed, 15.
I am alarmed! Is this another one of Dandelion's stupid jokes? No, this isn't Dandelion. You're... M4. M4 pats R15 on the head and peers at the gobsmacked commander.
Aren't you going to say hello, Commander?
Yeah, we all are alarmed. Yes, I am very alarmed. You... Being addressed directly all of a sudden leaves the commander completely flustered. But M4 seems content to just gaze affectionately at an old friend whom she hasn't seen in a long time. Looking deep into her eyes, the baffled commander slowly regains her composure. Kept you waiting, didn't I? Welcome back, M4. By now, no one can doubt her identity.
So that never attack was your doing?
While the others are all caught in the emotional moment, OMP45 is hanging on the sideline, the very image of annoyance. I don't know why that made me laugh so much.
And here we thought Paradeus was onto us. Sorry, I didn't know my awakening would have that side effect.
That's alright, I'm not wishing for an apology from you. However, could you revive those two first?
Oh, of course. M4 sits up on the sofa and puts her feet down on the floor. She stares at Adelion's legs, seemingly struck by the curious feeling of using an unfamiliar body. Both the commander and IR-15 are visibly concerned as they watch her uncertain movements, causing M4 to chuckle. I'm not a patient in rehab. You don't have to fret so much, 15, Commander. But you... Come on, she looks a lot better than you did just now. I may just be an outsider, but even I can tell you're making her uncomfortable. I feel weird. You are not an outsider, 45. There isn't a single outsider here. You are our cherished companion. Okay. That's right, 45. Stop saying such things. Alarm! I have alarms going inside my head. Something feels out of place here. OMP45 shrugs and does not bother to argue, but her face looks visibly more relaxed. Aww. I don't know how to feel about this interaction. Me neither! I'm like... I don't know, it just feels... so out of place. Where is Morello? Excellent question. M4 walks slowly up to row 65 and sub 2, who are lying on the floor. Huh? What? The crash dolls slip up instantly. Is she still in the bondage suite? We need to know. Priorities. What just happened? Huh? M4! M4 is awake! Why are you so angry still? Dandelion? 15. M4 smiles apologetically. Could you get everyone outside for now? I need to have a word with the commander in private. Huh? But why? I also want to have a word with you. Hold on. What? What exactly is going on? Row 65 stares at IR-15 with confusion, but the latter merely gives her head a shake. M4 strokes up to his face and pats her on the head. What's with the stroking? Like the patting I understand, but what's with the face stroking? Be good, Sub 2. We'll talk later, okay? Just give us a minute, then we can talk for as long as you want. Same though, hey Maple. Yeah, oh baby! Oh, the crying face. Sub 2 still looks a bit indignant, but she is much better behaved in front of M4. She's sulking, yeah. Let's head outside, I'll explain. After double checking that M4 truly seems fine, she leads everyone else out of the room, leaving the commander alone with the newly awakened M4. You girls could have talked a bit more. I'd love that, but you must have a lot of questions. Indeed. I'm sure you can tell that I'm in a very peculiar state at the moment. There are certain things that I want to keep from them so as not to cause unnecessary worry. I'm quite curious about your current state. But more importantly, where have you been all this time? When confronted with this question, N4 pauses and frowns. Then she shakes her head. I'm sorry, but I can't answer that. Why? You can't answer that? That's right. What's the meaning of this? I hate to keep things from you, but for your sake as well as mine, I really cannot divulge that information. I can't tell you everything right now, but please believe me, I'll never do anything that will cause you and my friends harm. Very cool, Mica. Alright, I believe you. Tell me only when you can. Also, I still haven't had the chance to thank you. If it hadn't been for you, we would all have died there. How much can we write without answering any questions? Mica writers. Like, every day. Kinda like that time she knocked us, right? Yeah. People seem to forget that M4 threw a nuke in an area where we were in. A collapsed fluid. An alien juice bomb. It was the least I could do, and it was also the primary reason for my return. Of course I had to save my friends. I never expected to be thanked for such a thing. Give me the alien juice, no Maple. You do not want the alien juice. Regardless, you still have my gratitude. No, that was Sumander. Regardless, you still have my gratitude. Speaking of which, how did you make it back? And where is Andalion? Yeah, where is Andalion? 11 p.m. bitch. Okay, senpai. Good night, Roswell. The Forbidden Slurpee. My body isn't here. Right now, I'm merely a string of neural cloud data. I'm borrowing Dandelion's body for the moment while she is asleep. There's no need to worry. I worry so much. You have no idea how worried I am. However, sustaining the presence of 2 neural clouds is very taxing for this body. I will have to leave when the load becomes too much for the body to bear. I see. Wait, you have to go again? Only after my mission is complete. Don't worry, it won't be too long until our proper reunion. With a smile, N4 walks up to the commander and caresses their face. Excuse me, what? N4? Question mark? Yeah, she's being pretty touchy. I have concerns. It must have been very hard on you, Commander. Not at all. By the way, we've taken the Nidus from the underground base as prisoners. Their electronic warfare capability is too much for us to manage. Can you handle them? No problem. Leave them to me. But your body... I'm fine. Alright, then I leave the matter in your hands. But please don't push yourself. Of course. Don't worry, I'm not the way I used to be. Yeah, I can see that! Not to mention, saving her is also one of the reasons I returned. Saving who? Saving who? In the pitch dark and silent room, all she can hear is her own breathing. A beam of light shines through the darkness, blinding her. A cold voice snaps ruthlessly. We didn't see if Morido was still there. The cinnamon roll is not a cinnamon mommy. Ooh. Wake up. Oh, there we go. There she is. She is still in the bondage suit. Yay. You swing by once every 2 hours, like clockwork. Oh, thank God. Are we going through the same routine again? Electrocution, waterboarding, sleep deprivation. Wait, let me read that again, excuse me? Good to know that we also commit war crimes. Oh, we've been committing war crimes for a while. Where do you want to start with your war crime king? Hey, yo! Are we going through the same routine again? Electrocution, waterboarding, sleep deprivation. Can you change things up a bit? She's getting bored. A little electrocution between friends is no big deal. R15 punches Morido on the temple. Blood streams down from her forehead, leaving a trail down her nose. Hot. I mean, what? Is that all? I haven't had enough. R15 gladly accepts the invitation. A knife made of alloy glints faintly in the dark as it slices through skin effortlessly. The human body that gives Morido such a perfect disguise comes at a price that she is paying now. The human body feels pain. Why does she say it like that? Why does she have to say it like that? Whizzing is what the laughing Spanish rampamine does. Like, no, I mean, the thing is, I know what a whiz is, I'm just not sure how to emulate one. It's like such a particular noise. I just keep looking at the line like, I see. Change your tray and then breathe while closing your throat. Like that? Is that a whiz? It hurts. I beg you, please kill me. This is unbearable. You don't seem to be having a bad time. Oh, I want to cry. Am I allowed to cry? Will you hit me again for crying? Seriously, aren't you bored with this? Morido's exaggerated expressions vanish in an instant. Was that good enough for you? Did you get a kick out of that? Ah, what a drag. Don't you know I can switch off my pain receptors? What's the point of doing this? Oh, that's interesting to know. I'm falling asleep here. She's deliberately trying to make you angry, and she is succeeding. Look at Air 15. I know. With no hesitation, Air 15 delivers another punch. I love when she's like, yeah, I know. Pop punches her. Angrily. If she likes the scheme, we can humor her. What? Couldn't find anything you want after rummaging in my memory? That's okay, we have plenty of time. Sure. If it weren't for Nemo again, who would be the one being tortured now? You? You're not even worth the effort. A dull core like yours is just junk to me. He'd probably be your dear commander. I don't know, I can't do all this. It's just that, I know what they're trying to do, but like, yeah. One day, maybe. R15 kicks over Morido's chair and steps on her face so hard it contorts. Damn! 15. There's no need to waste our time on her. Tell us the details concerning Operation Cocoon and the identity of the man known as Father. What answers would you like to those questions? Let me think. The aim of Operation Cocoon is to destroy Berlin. And Father is Kruger. That's the name, right? Of your PMC boss? Can that be me? How could she talk so calmly when with a foot on her face? Air-15 buttstock bashes Morido's skull. More blood flows on her cheeks. Now it's really starting to feel like an interrogation. But you're still too gentle. You should get a good grip on reality. You're not going back to Paradeus. You seem to have some kind of misunderstanding about Paradeus. Oh, I forgot. You're just regular T-dolls. All the lights gone inside the house. The person previously obscured by the dark now opens their eyes and watches Morido closely. That's it for the appetizers. What? Are we getting in on the action now? You should know that there is no meaning to your struggles. Of course there is, but that's not for me to decide. It all depends on you, Commander. Gone? We aren't actually opposites, you know? In fact, I admire you a great deal. Robin. Oh, shut the fuck up. Why do they have a fake backdrop in the room? I don't know. To get into the interrogation mood? Shut up. Commander, she isn't Maclean. I am aware. Morido is all bloodied and beaten black and blue, but she looks utterly unperturbed and even quirks a smile. She slowly wriggles into a sitting position on the floor. No, Commander, there are many things that you are unaware of. She wasn't my sister. To be exact, she is me, and I am her. So? She never told you what to do with us, did you? Actually, we share memories, and emotions even, of the same soul. Then will you tell me what Paradeus is plotting? When will the fireworks go off? On Unity Day? I'll tell you someday, but not now. Commander stares at Morido and lapses into silence. R-15's eyebrow twitches in rage. She lifts her rifle and is just about to beat Morido with it again. Hold it, 15. Afor puts a stop to her outburst. This is pointless. She is too resistant to pain. Tch. At least Somar's got a brain here. Isn't that right, Nimogen? Afor brushes past the commander and R-15 and comes to a stop before Morido. Find yourself a hot girl here! Yeah, I'm looking at the hot girls here, thank you very much. You think you're playing us for fools. But that isn't the case. The truth is, your loyalty means nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. They could try to turn on her pain inhibitors? True, is that something that they could do? Alfor places a hand on Morido's head. The next moment, what? Oh, the next moment we're going to fight, I say. Let's go. If name, blackjack, print, retreat. Hello there, ma'am. Good evening. How are you doing? What were these things? The floaty thing is high tread. Wait, why is everyone so strong? I mean, what are these things so strong? Yay! Oh, now she shoots up at 741. Let's see. What do we need to do? Move M41 to the market point. M41 engages the enemy. Okay, so she doesn't fight still. She needs to go... Wait a second, she needs to get there. And these, they move at random. They hold position and not move. This one patrols. Also, she can't live there. Yeah, these are whatever. I still can't get over the fact that that is IR-15's voice, considering how aggressive she is. Okay. I have an extra moving point. Wait a second, what's with the Macleans? And why do they patrol? Why is she going to the hurt her feelings? So like they're forcing me to kill her. Is that it? Is that it? Is that what you want, game? Fine. I'll play your game. But you did kill her? Ferocious firepower knocks her down amidst a jigsaw puzzle of shattered glass. That hurts! Densely packed prickles of pain crawl along her limbs and up her spine. She tries to writhe forward to no avail. The fragments of broken glass by her hands reflect her wretched face. Whose face is this? Number 10876. Facial data detection successful. Attack data detection failed. Defense data detection failed. The girl in white can't be bothered to pay any attention to the machine reading out information behind her. She claws widely at her face. No, this isn't my face. Disguise assessment failed. The hollow-eyed girl in white hands down the final verdict of the assessment. I'm gonna deploy another for extra points. I really need to get rid of the auto resupply thing. Sorry, my brain, I'm just like, It seems like I need to kill the Macleans for lore. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. If it's for the lore. Morido didn't kill Maclean, you did. I didn't do a thing! Oh god, I hate this. And she just dies immediately. The girl in black respectfully approaches the girl in white, who is checking a list of names. Sister, Father said that this batch of test products are of extremely low quality, so they can be retained if they meet just one criterion. Yes, I understand. The girl in white looks up from the name list and looks around as if she is clearing out excess items clogging up a warehouse. From today onwards, you are all Morido. Oh? And so, the girl's fates have been decided, just like that. That's not my name. I'm not Morido. My name isn't Morido. Some girls cry out in defiance of their fate. Yes, I am Morido. But many more calmly accept the shackles of their destiny. No, I need to wait for this thing to go all the way around again. Let's destroy this one in the meantime, I guess. Suerte en el evento. ¡Muchas gracias! I don't have a turn limit, do I? Oh, the loading times, okay. Should be able to still get in here. Okay, doesn't seem like these two are moving. Crack. The Christian is successful. The powerful enemies watching the right flank have retreated. Okay, nice. Now you get back here. And you start going up. Do they have enough? Enough rations? Okay, yeah. I can't see. Check the teleport node after. Okay, what now? She stands at the edge of a deep ravine, gazing with satisfaction over the corpses of the little girls that fill it. Now then, am I the only mortal left? Yes, big sister. She looks away from the ravine and turns to size up the inferior product standing before her. What is your bidding, big sister? Get on your knees and bark like a dog. Okay, guys? You know what to do. Yes, big sister. The inferior product immediately falls to her knees and imitates a dog. Ruff, ruff. Arf, arf, ruff, ruff, ruff. What a good girl you are. I like girls who do as they're told. Her maniacal laughter echoes through the ravine. I lived to do dishes for 1 minute. Oh, you shouldn't have. Oh! Carbide riders to electronic warfare, but sure to make good use of these riders in deploying battles. Okay, I see, I understand. Oh, get out of there. Forgot to move them. Okay, I see, I see. And now you can get in here. I still got an S, let's go. Morido slowly opens her eyes in the darkness. Hello? I'm not gonna lie, I like that look on her. A revolting stench washes over her, and she unconsciously frowns. Where is this place? Weren't those monkeys interrogating me just now? She called those monkeys. The scene before Morido's eyes slowly resolves into clarity as the quiet sound of dripping water reaches her ears. The plant? This is the Paradeus plant. No, this isn't just any plant. It is the place most familiar to her. The steadily running conveyor belt is laden with rotting corpses that are emanating a nauseating stench. This is the sub-plant that selects test subjects, the place where raw materials are manufactured, and where test subjects are chosen to become Nidos. Morido instinctively backs away, and the corpses lying half-buried in the mud immediately start writhing and squirming, as though startled by the sound of her footsteps. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. These inferior products. Even she can't help but break out in goosebumps at such a ghastly sight. But not because she's afraid. Get lost, trash. There is one corpse among them, soaked in the filth and mire, the dirtiest and most repulsive of them all, completely unrecognizable, yet with the strongest will. She's crawling. Oh, that sound! Crawling. Towards the only place where there is light. I told you not to approach me. That repulsive, rotting corpse doesn't seem to have heard Morido as it crawls up to her, hugging her leg tightly. It fills her with shock, panic, anger. Looking down at that revolting face of the unidentifiable corpse, Morido savagely stomps on her with her high heels, desperately trying to struggle free. Just die already! But no matter how much force Morido uses, she cannot shake her off. Come here. A gentle voice calls out from behind Morido. The cadaver, which was utterly unmoved by Morido's shouts, seems to be transfixed by it. Maclean? Morido unconsciously speaks that name as she looks back in shock. It's you? Why is it you? And Ford tenderly embraces the rotting carcass in her arms and gently pats her back. She looks at the still panicking Morido with pity in her eyes. Is this what you call the perfect creation? Of course not. They don't deserve that title. They're nothing more than failures. I'm different. The darkness that crushes in on all sides gradually engulfs N4, but in the moment before she vanishes, she is still looking at Morido pityingly. Don't you dare look at me like that! Morido? Morido whirs around like a startled bird. On the other side, Maclean gazes gently at her from where she is standing in the light. You... how did you... Don't worry, Morido. You can do it. Do what? What are you talking about? Ah! She sees her face reflected in the mirror. Not the one she has now, but the one from before that. The one that she had at the very beginning. Her real face. Changing your face isn't hard. You can learn it too. She remembers now. At the beginning, this crude failure was more capable than her. Everything she couldn't do, this woman could, easily and flawlessly. Why? You could do everything, so why did you defy Father? Maclean gazed at Morido with sorrow. Because I couldn't do those things, Morido. I just couldn't. I don't understand. Why do we have to hurt others to achieve our goals? Inferiority complex, for real, for real. Don't we exist to make this world a better place? Father's orders are absolute. The only thing you know is hypocrisy. Morido. Maclean slowly approaches Morido, and Morido shrinks back in fear. Let's run away together. What? Morido freezes for a moment, and Maclean uses this opportunity to walk up to her. Let's get out of here. If we stay here, we won't be ourselves anymore. That was a question Maclean had asked her that day. She had the most talent out of them all, yet she kept defying Father and was repeatedly punished for that. What a fool. In a moment of despair, she reached out to her. Maclean. And when faced with that hand, she responded by, Ah! Ah! You don't deserve to have that face. Maclean clutches her blood-stained face in agony. Morido has stolen her face, and she looks down from above at the howling Maclean. Yes, that's it. That's right. If she can't counterfeit the best face, then why not just steal someone else's? Is that how you treated your big sister? Is this how you treated your one and only friend? Mirrors were created to change the world. She was nothing more than an insignificant copy, and not only did she presume to behave as if she were the original, she didn't even know who she was. She thought the fine Father was her choice, but the truth is, she didn't deserve to serve Father. Only a perfect individual can satisfy Father's needs. Hey, thank you for the sub, Aquamagma. Welcome, welcome. So you consider yourself perfect? Of course I do. What? Google Translate, my beloved. God.
I can't tell it's it's coursing though.
Gottverdammte Scheiße.
Courses in German. Someone is very angrily shouting in German. I wonder who could it be? Goddamn shit. Father? Yeah, that's what it needs. That's what it means, by the way, in case someone couldn't tell. Morido looks back in surprise. She is now inside a brightly lit lab, looking at the back of a familiar figure who is pounding on a table in frustration. Before him, countless isomers have been roughly thrown into the disposal pod. Why? Why doesn't it work after I did so much? A panimmunosome. Does a panimmunosome actually exist? Father. Father, please look at me. I will help you. I will help you accomplish everything, Father. The man turns around with a scowl and looks at the agitated Morido. Father, I am the most perfect of them all. Please look at me. No matter what it is, I will help you complete it. You? The man peers at Morido disdainfully. Yes, I'll surprise the others, whether it's Gray or Narcissus. Even Bramed? How are you supposed to pronounce that? Bramed? Or just Bramed? I mean, I'll just say Bramed. Even Bramed. I'll surprise them all. In her fervor, Morido tries to take the man's hand, but he casts it aside in contempt. You are all trash. The leader of trash is nothing more than a slightly bigger piece of trash. Father. Morido gazes into his eyes pleadingly. The man quietly regards her for a while, then his eyes suddenly light up. You. Yes, it's me. I'm here, Father. Morido eagerly spreads her arms. However, the man walks straight through her. Morido's eyes widen in disbelief. Still trembling, she whirs around. It's her! Sister! The man walks towards M4A1, who is standing in the darkness. I found you at last, my dear sister. You are the one I've been struggling so hard to find. The perfect one. When your dad is a Siscon. The wild Lunasia drop, holy shit. No! Morido's legs begin to sprint of their own accord. She runs with all her might in pursuit of the man's back, but no matter what she does, she cannot close the distance to the two of them. No! No! Where is it her? How could it be her? Father, look at me. I'm here. I'm the one. I'm the perfect individual. It's me! It should be me! The mud-soaked plant begins to collapse. The room where they learn to change their faces begins to break apart. The lab where they filter out the immunosomes is also swallowed by the darkness. Her virtual cognition image has collapsed. Okay? Okay. Her suffering is so hot! M4, what's wrong? All M4 did was put her hand on Morido's head, and several seconds later, Morido started coughing and wheezing heavily. She looks much more frail than before. Nothing much.
I simply crippled her ability to contact the outside world and made some simple alterations. I didn't hurt her, though. Don't worry. It doesn't look that simple to me. After her initial agitation, Morido slowly regains her equilibrium. But now she looks utterly lost. It's enough to make someone think that M4 has inflicted some kind of irreversible psychological damage on her just now. Are you a mind break? The rest is up to you, Commander. I need to rest for a bit. Of course, but M4, you... Morido suddenly burst into maniacal laughter, startled the commander. R-15, who was similarly startled, reflexively brushes Morido in the head with her rifle's butt. Oh, fucking R-15. Blood gushes from her forehead and her head tilts to one side, but her mouth is still splitting at the range grin. She keeps giggling, though much more softly. Who are you? It's the start of her Joker arc. Who on earth are you? What the hell are you? Who are you? Do you dare answer me? Do you? N4 turns her back and leaves the room, completely ignoring her. As Morido glares at N4's back as she left, her laughter gradually ceases. Have you gone mad or what? Morido doesn't answer the commander's question. She simply stares back and leans in the direction where N4 went. You want to know my secrets, don't you, Robin? A long while later, she slowly speaks again. You are not to use that name. The commander peers at Morido with a frown. There's no knowing what actually happened during that brief clash between her and M4A1. But this is the first time Morido has shown any willingness to cooperate. I can tell you what I know, on one condition. You are in no position to discuss conditions. I will only tell you. That's my condition. Robin, you're the only one that I trust now. Morido looks towards Row 635 and IR-15. The two dolls exchange glances. Don't trust her, Commander. Commander? I step outside for a bit. But this is the first time she's taken the initiative to speak. Whether she's lying or not, it won't hurt to hear her out. IR-15 wants to continue arguing the point, but after one look from the commander, she turns away in a huff. If anything happens, I'll come running in. Yes, I'll be counting on you. That was intense. Holy shit. We're going on to... I know how they don't have names, they just have numbers. Oh, that background looks nice. There's been a major breakthrough with the Galatea serum incident. The suspect has been taken into custody and the police are now building a case. Sometime earlier, our station contacted the Galatea Corporation for a statement. They declined to respond until the investigations were over. According to our sources, the lab researching the Eton serum remains closed, and the project leader, Mrs. Gray, remains incommunicado. The NDRA has yet to make their stance clear regarding the matter. Inside a ecstasy interrogation room. The chair is metal, made freezing cold by the air conditioning. The agony of waiting and the fear of the unknown blend into one, and Lily can't help but rub her hands together. The sound of footsteps approaches, as though to pronounce her final judgment. Oh hey, if it isn't Frau Neely. What a coincidence we meet again. Yo! Exposed shoulders, let's go! Sorry. She had a lab coat on that time, so I'm just like, yo!
Exposed shoulders are good. I like them. Megane power stance. Hell yeah. She's so pretty. Shut up, Haguya, she's pretty. Do you feel surprised?
Not in the least.
Foxy exposed shoulder. Do you feel scared?
Yes, a little.
Good. Our objective is achieved. Well, that's all for the pleasantries. Let's go to the chase. Jay slaps the notebook in his hand onto the table with a thwap, then pulls out a chair and sits down. He places his elbows on the table and leans his chin on interlaced fingers. In Nell's eyes, this is the first time this undisciplined field agent has never appeared stern and serious. It fills him with a strange sense of terror. Did you know there was a problem with the serum?
I knew! No, I didn't!
Which one is it?
What I mean is, although the serum hadn't passed the phase 3 trials yet, this problem had never come up before in early experiments, so I don't know why that happened to the man I administered it to. He was looking so much better at the time. Also, I've given you the rest of the serum. What did the test say?
Who gave you the medicine? Gray?
Nobody gave it to me. I went back to my lab to get it. You know, when I ran into you.
Why did you do it?
I told you last time, didn't I? It's because the government suddenly ordered a halt to experiments. I would only just manage to produce a new batch of test products after a lot of hard work. I was worried that it would be compromised, so I took some of it.
How many people had access to this serum?
I don't know.
You don't know, or you don't want to say?
I don't know! Really, I really don't know. Everyone in the lab had different clearance levels. I don't know how many people had direct access to the serum.
Let's change the question then. Who brought you into Gray's lab?
It was Mrs. Gray.
She personally recruited you? So you had a nepotistic connection to Gray then?
No. I attended one of Mrs. Gray's seminars while I was an undergrad, and I submitted lots of resumes to them after I graduated. I got in through legitimate channels and a proper interview.
I love her. Then did you know that Gray has been involved in the recent terrorist attacks?
What? No, that can't be. Mrs. Gray is just a pharmacological expert. How could she be involved in terrorism? There must be some mistake.
Just answer the question. Do you know where she's been over the past couple of weeks?
I don't know. I'm just an assistant. I'm not her secretary or driver. Come to think of it, I don't think Mrs. Gray had a secretary at all.
So when was the last time you saw her in the flesh?
Around the 10th of last month? No, that was through a video call. I don't think she was in the lab for the past 6 months. Oh, yes! She came to the company earlier to take an interview.
Do you think it makes sense?
A pharmacological expert not taking part in research at her lab for extended periods of time. Are you suspecting Mrs. Gray? Oh, if only you knew. It was my decision to inject that man with the serum. It has nothing to do with her.
Jake glances at the clock. Glances? Jake glances at the clock on the wall, his eyes full of impatience. The minute hand ticks in its progression, causing his forehead to furrow even more. Have you thought things through? Every answer you give will affect where you will spend the rest of your days. The fact that Gray entrusted Aaron to you is a clear sign that she holds you in high regard. Did you claim in ignorance? Frau Neely, I have run out of patience with you.
But it's true! I really don't know anything. I wanted to work with Mrs. Gray more, but I never had the chance.
You are suspected of drug law violations, and you are inextricably linked to Gray. Your only hope for a lighter sentence is to speak the truth.
Do you understand me? But I really don't know anything. I don't even know what you want me to say. I've said what I should say, can't say, and can't say. No, wait, that's not. I've said what I should say, can't say, and can't say. No, wait, I don't mean there's anything I can't say. I've told you everything I know. If you want to lock me up, then all I can do is go to jail. What's the maximum sentence I'm looking at? 3 years? 5 years? It can't be, right? Surely it can't be that unlucky. It hasn't even been a year since I started working there. Oh, poor girl. You've been working there for less than a year? Great trusted you so much that she let you handle Iron in less than a year? Huh? I wasn't the project leader or head supervisor for the Iron project. I'm just a newcomer who did data processing and odd jobs around the lab. Then why do you have to protect the Iron samples yourself? How many shares of the company are you holding? Must be quite a lot for you to be so eager to take personal responsibility. What? What? The sound of rapid footsteps approached abruptly. Then the door is pulled open by a man. Harjay, Sorry, I'm in the wrong room. My apologies. What? The door quickly closes. 2 seconds later, it opens again. Herjay? Frau Cornelia Schaffer? I believe I'm supposed to be taking her statement. Oh no. Yeah, I know Cornelia from a previous encounter. I especially came over to soothe her, lest she be scared out of her wits by Estes' interrogation. Yo, were you just... Oh, yo! Fucking Jay! You mean you're not here to take my statement? When did I ever say I was here to take your statement? I see. Thank you for your hard work, Herjay. Yep, don't be too nervous, Frau Neely. I'll be off now. How do I say it? Shoes? What does that mean? Like, ciao? Bye-bye. Okay. Yes, I did mean choose.
Choose.
Choose. It sounds like the Japanese, like chew. A real charmer that day, huh? Yeah. So you actually know one of our top agents. You're something else, man. Look, she's just like, oh, I'm so sorry for you, my girl. Fucking Jay. I love him. A dejected Nilly leaves the building. Mia is waiting at the doorway and runs up to meet her. Are you alright, Nilly? It passed their test, but they confiscated everything and I'm basically on house arrest for the time being, so I can't leave Berlin. I can't believe it was the ecstasy that took you away instead of the cops. That was scary. They said I was suspected of causing public panic with illegal drugs and transferred me here. That stupid agent even came over to intimidate me. You mean that Jay? Yes, him! He said Mrs. Gray was involved in terrorism and whatnot. It scared me to death. So what happened in the end? They haven't reached a conclusion yet. The sunlight on the broad streets is a little glaring. The two of them fall silent for a while. Fucking Jay. How dare he? Let me just quickly check if I have messages from my sister. I do. My sister was talking to me, I apologize. Just give me one quick minute. Okay. I return. I mean, I didn't go anywhere. I was just looking at Discord real quick. Anyway, I love Jay. Athena's owl. I love that sound. Tingling. The chime of the bell at the door is accompanied by the swing of the pendulum of an antique grandfather clock. Do I have a sound effect for that? Maybe? I have... I mean, I guess that works. Please enter. We will stand guard outside. Oh my god! It's Ulrich. Right. It's been like 2 years. Ulrich gives her bodyguard a nod and strides inside this shabby bar under his watchful gaze. The aromas of wine and flowers mingle in the air inside the spacious interior. I knew you ran a business in Berlin. Turns out it's a bar. Somehow it doesn't suit you. In the center of the hall, a man with his back to Ulrich is skillfully pouring a cup of fragrant tea. He turns around and smiles at her. I don't see him smiling. That is not a smile. For an Englishman, I like to think I'm not too pedantic. Quite the contrary, I enjoy the mood of this place. Ulrich silently sits down on the chair that the Earl has pulled out for her. She looks at him evenly. Now he's smiling, kind of. Thank you for making time for this meeting. I shall get straight to the point, Earl. Given the current circumstances, isn't your method a little too radical? You should have known that the Soviets would have quite a lot to say about this. That's a British smile? Ah, I see, I understand. I'm sorry, I apologize. The tea in the ceramic cup is so clear it doesn't seem to contain any impurities at all. But even so, Ulrich leaves it untouched. Everything I do for good reason. And it is all for achieving a very specific goal. To succeed, I require trust. We have already given a fair amount of trust, Earl. However, so far our investments has not paid off. From what I've heard, the Soviet agent whose MEA was operating under your orders. Miss Angelia has clearly not complied with my orders completely, or she wouldn't have found herself in this predicament. But rest assured, Frau Ulrich, I will not sit by and do nothing. I do hope not. Realizing that she is letting on too much of her own emotions, Ulrich closes her eyes for a second to regain her composure, then raises the teacup. Apologies, I was a little agitated. You still have our support in spite of what happened. That said, the success of our great cause does hang in the balance as we near the final step, so please understand our trepidation. I do understand. We don't mean to point any fingers, but we would at least like to know what exactly you're doing regarding General Schweinsteiger. I will answer your question, but I thought you would be more bothered by my active attempt in contacting Minister Oberstein. Oberstein has been a supporter of the Galatea Corporation since the very beginning, and is also a core member of the Berlin government. Well, he's been a supporter of the Galatea Corporation? It is not strange at all for you to approach him. He is, after all, an unavoidable obstacle in our path. But Schweinsteiger, is he worth it? Perhaps he is, perhaps he isn't. But it is definitely worth a try. It is important that we gauge where he stands. You went that far just to figure out his stance? I want to know what drove him to pick that side. Griffin puts his empty teacup back down on the table solemnly. This is something I must find out. Otherwise, we will never overcome our adversary, no matter how much strength we have amassed. Why? Because even now, we are still not entirely aware of our adversary's true identity. Don't you think that's very dangerous? Is our adversary not Minister Overstein? That's what I thought at first, or rather, that is still my belief for now. However, some doubt still remains, suspicions that cannot be explained, and such doubt could become our weakness further down the road. It's incredibly risky, I know, but I believe that my effort will eventually pay off. I'm amazed, Earl. I never would have thought you'd plan so far ahead. He's like 300 steps ahead. Indeed, it does make one apprehensive to be unaware of the enemy lurking in the dark, leaving us exposed and vulnerable. But even so, I still find your methods a little overboard. Quite the contrary, Frau Ulrich. I believe I'm not being radical enough. No, trust me, you are. I saw this line before and I was waiting for it to show up so badly. I believe I'm not being radical enough. What? You may find it hard to believe, but time isn't really on our side. After a brief moment of silence, Griffin shakes his head. He has anticipated every move we made. If we don't pick up the pace, we will eventually find ourselves ensnared by the web that he has spun. Only by stirring the waters and taking him by surprise will we be able to find a way out. I'm not doing nearly enough. But we must put an end to this before the sentries start to waver. It's do or die, or so they say. I understand. I will deal with the matter that you have entrusted to me. Sorry to trouble you. Ulrich glances at her watch, signaling that their time is up. She gets to her feet and promptly takes her leave. By all appearances, this seems to have been no more than a simple meeting. But it wasn't. Wake up. Griffin also rises and speaks to someone behind him. A doll opens her eyes. She's tiny! I love her design though. KH-202 awaiting your orders. The info and supplies have been dispatched. Find them and establish contact. Understood. She's tiny! In a small house in Berlin. Inside the safe house, OMP-45 transfers a string of data to the members of the air team. This is what we managed to intercept before M4 took care of Morido. M4 and I have both tried to take a crack at it, but so far we still can't determine whether this is the only snippet that Morido sent out or what it actually means. Is she as tiny as Narcissus? Well, we must see a comparison side to side. But she did seem smaller. Well done. What did Morido say? She mentioned a location involved with the development and production of the Yasus boxes. Also, she told me that we'd better sort everything out before Unity Day. Unity Day? A politically special occasion in Germany. Massive celebrations take place in different cities every year. That does seem to be a great choice. It'll take a lot of manpower to make a move at a celebration of that scale. We can't pull it off without help. I know, it's quite a challenge, but if we don't do anything, many people's lives will be on the line. The commander hesitates for a moment. I know that our mission is technically over. The commander clears their throat and gazes at the dolls before them. Morido may not remain in my custody when we re-establish contact with the Earth. We have no reason to keep her anymore. We're just a PMC. We cannot act without express orders. If we're not assigned a mission, we won't even be able to avenge the fallen. Not Squad Griffin, not Maclean or Ange, whose status is still undetermined. I can't just let this go. The commander speaks calmly, as if talking about something inconsequential. However, their voice is still resolute and faithful despite all the setbacks, conflicts, helplessness, and even despair that they have experienced since their arrival in Berlin. Our friends are still here. We must do something for them. Well said. 45. Please get in touch with the base and tell Miss Elian that we require support. You think she has any hands to spare? The least we could do is ask. We haven't been able to get in touch with the Earl yet, but we cannot possibly overlook such an important lead. This could help close the distance between us and him. Besides, the commander pauses. I wish I was as resolute as she can. Same. I was like, damn. Angie is also currently incommunicado. I think we might be able to give her some help, even if just a little. Commander. Then let's do it. No matter what your decision is, you'll have our full support. I doubt Paradeus will just let those gadgets sit where they are what they are when... I can't fucking read. I doubt Paradeus will just let those gadgets sit where they are once they learn of Mordu's capture. Not to mention with her electronic warfare capability, the data string we intercepted can't be the only thing she sent out. Air-15 pats MP-45 on the shoulder and sighs. I agree to your plan, but I have one request. You must stay outside, Commander. Let us take Morido. With me here, it'll be fine. We can't put you in any more danger, Commander. I will not enter the plant, but I can't stay here either. I'll be at the entrance with Squad 404, giving you support. At the entrance of the Paradeus plant. Man, we got there quick. Once the rampant overgrowth has been cleared from the entrance, a passage is revealed. It radiates a pungent, metallic stench. Oh no. The desolate plant seems to have been out of use for a very long time. It looks no different than the other plant we've been to. Are you roasting our decor style? That's fine. Go right ahead and give us more feedback. I'll try to get them to do a better job next time. Huh, you think you'll ever make it back? Who knows? What if I did? Maybe Robin will send me back, isn't that right? Yeah, sure, of course. R-15 refuses to acknowledge Morido. She jabs Morido's back with the buttstock of her rifle. You go in the front. Untie me. That's not necessary. Don't play any tricks. Who exactly is the one playing tricks here? That's none of your business. Just find the Yasuo's boxes, and hand them to us, and this will be over. If I figure something isn't right, if there is an ambush, for example, or if the boxes are not genuine, all the more reason for you to untie me. This may look like an abandoned plant, but it's full of discarded goods. Oh, they also keep the prototypes of the Yasuo's boxes here. You've seen them before. If you keep me all trussed up, I won't be able to make my way around, and I'll just end up slowing you down. Untie her. What? She's relatively harmless now that M4 has done some work on her. R-15 removed Morido's restraints with much reluctance. Once you're in there, watch her like a hawk. Don't worry, M4's here with us. This is the worst plan, I know! Yeah. Just be careful. The air team slowly disappears through the door. I am so not calm at the moment. Bondage arc is done. In the passageway inside the Paradeus base. What could go wrong here? I know, right? I'm sure nothing will go wrong. I'm sure everything will turn out just fine. This is 45. Air team, do you copy? Loud and clear. To avoid having the same problem as last time, everyone has been equipped with a GPS tracker and intercom. If the signal gets jammed, follow the planned route, okay? Acknowledge. That's all for now. Wait. Yes. Good old mistaken names. That's all for now. 1P45 out. After the transmission is terminated, the unrestrained Morido suddenly comes to a halt. She places a hand on the wall and leans against it weakly. AR-15 presses her muzzle against Morido's head. It's not like all the likable characters had died at one point. Yeah, no, exactly. No one has died in this game, what do you mean? Get up, don't touch anything. You'll be just as weak after being tortured for days. You're a Nido. Drop the feeble human act. I am human to begin with. I also get hurt and feel tired. And for walks over and helps Morido up. Keep going. So much more gentle than Nimogen, eh? On the other end of the Paradeus plant. She's human. I mean, quote-unquote human. Just like the Nidos are quote-unquote human. They have human bodies. Question mark. She's a fleshnoid, exactly. As opposed to android. Yeah. A white Nido stands still as a rock as Morido's figure is clearly displayed on the surveillance monitor, but no one dares make a move without Gray's order. Oh, they're watching. They will soon come across our discarded goods. I hope our guests will be satisfied with this hors d'oeuvre. Why do you throw sudden French at me? I was not prepared to read that. Okay. What the fuck is this? Yes, I see. I understand. Spoiler alert, she did not see. She did not understand. Should I go with a rifle? Maybe? Yes, the gameplay part of the VN. Yeah, exactly. What do I need? Activate control terminal. Control terminal Doko. There it is. Seems simple enough. Seems simple enough. I will probably die. I love SPD. Okay. Okay, he's alert. And he's not connected to here. So we should be good on that end. He shouldn't come after me. I love Welrod's umbrella shield. It looks so funny. It like deploys tactical umbrella.
Hard to trigger visual novel players, give them gameplay. Oh no, gameplay. We should why not die? Look at her umbrella. Alright. Start up. Oh, so now I need to get there before it goes boom. Thank you for telling me that just now. I appreciate it so much, you have no idea. Fuck you, game. Wait, I think I might be able to make it. But no, I cannot. Can I get rid of these ones though? I don't know. It seemed like a lot of them. I'm not sure if I should try to fight them. Okay, I should be able to get in now. Oh, it's only the three of them. I mean, makes sense, but also I'm like, oh. Okay, check. Let's go! I'm winning. First try. We're halfway through chapter 2, let's go. I ran out of space. Damn. Gimme. Give me the rewards. What did I get? Oh yeah, I have the new background. No, not that. Here? No, not that either. I got the new background, I think. I didn't know I had that. Yay! Nice. Okay, now we can continue reading.
Actually, I'm running out of drink, so give me 1 minute. I'm just gonna leave my body here and return right away. Yum. I return with hydration. AFK gaming, hell yeah. Okay. I return. Deep inside the abandoned Paradeus plant. The last isomer collapses in front of the group, revealing 3 identical-looking doors behind her. Which way? Not a clue. A bullet whizzes past Morido's shoulder. The next one won't just graze you. There used to be only 2 doors here. The one on the right leads to the warehouse where the Yasus boxes are stored. Here's a gentle reminder. If I remember correctly, the doors will only open if all of them are operated at the same time. How long will it take to get to the Yasus boxes from here? Just a little more than 10 minutes. What should we do, Commander? Time is short, and 4, stay behind and guard Morido. The rest of you each take a door. Stay vigilant and get in touch at once if something happens. Behind the surveillance monitor, Grace's lips finally curl into a smile. Oh no! Fuck! Which route do you think we should choose, Pandora? Oh fuck. The white NATO next to Grey remained silent. Such questions are obviously not meant for someone of her station. How capable are they compared to your former teammates? Oh, there she is! Task Force DeFi is the most exceptional combat squad in the Neo-Soviet Union. Speaking purely in terms of specs, any member of DeFi will have an overwhelming advantage over them. Panic! However, the other team is special in the sense that they don't operate on common sense. And 4-1 is the best example of that. I mean, I can explain what happened in the pharma factory. It was almost like a fairy tale. What do you think? Fairy tale? How absurd. Absurdity is what makes the world such a wonderful place. So the key lies with Nim again? Now that makes things more interesting. Water drips down from the ceiling, drop after drop. The reek of mold is repulsive. Alright, the hot trader, hell yeah. What's even more off-putting is the long wait for the unknown. Time seems to drag on. Each passing second feels like an eternity of torment. It's just the 2 of us again. I miss you, you know? What should I call you now? Call me what you always have. Name again? Alright, if that's what you prefer. Why didn't you go with them? I don't think anyone but you could beat us. The IR team isn't made up of just any ordinary dolls. Sure, there is nothing ordinary about them. But against Narcissus, they might as well be lamb waiting to be slaughtered. Against me, your companions, of whom you think so highly, were not all that impressive either. But we still have others. We have a lot of outstanding creations. They aren't all the same, but anyone with 80% of Narcissus' strength will prove too much for your friends to handle. Then I will deal with her the way I dealt with you. And 4 falls silent. She places a hand on Morido's shoulder and pushes her down onto her knees. Then she activates her communicator. Why push her down onto her knees like damn? 15? And 4, what's wrong? Is everything alright on your end? Yeah, nothing but regular isomers so far. I also found something. It has a similar structure as the ones we saw in Poincaré, but more complex. The conversation is interrupted by another incoming transmission. The writers have a lot of emotional needs to work through. Damn. And 4, 15, sub 2. Everybody doing okay? I'm here. I'm here. I couldn't get in touch with sub 2 or the commander. And 4, be careful with more though the disconnected tone beeps through the line. A wave of unease washes over M4. She grasps Morido by the throat. Damn! You should know that I can make short work of you. Oh, I know. I know that better than anyone else. Don't you understand, Nimogen? And 4 stares down at the insolent Morido. Her disquiet suddenly nowhere to be found. I do. I understand everything now. Why is she smiling? Your friends will go down the same path and meet the same end as you. Holy shit! I'm scared. I'm so afraid. Huh. Looks like I've reached the end. The path has come to an end. Sub 2 turns on her night vision and starts observing her surroundings. I need an adult for real. In the corner lie several tiny stacks of faintly glowing spheres. Sub 2 realizes those are their mission objective. Yasu's boxes. This is great! Commander, I found our objective! Row 15, you don't have to keep searching, I've got it! Sub 2 approaches the Yasu's boxes and shares news of her discovery with her teammates. Beep, 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 beep. The comms channel is completely dead. Commander? Row? 15? Why isn't anybody answering me? Sub 2 grumbles as she walks up to the Yasu's boxes to retrieve one of them. She reaches out to an Yasu box emitting a faint glow. No, why would you touch the glowing, mysterious thing? Banana lets out an anxious cheer behind her. What's the matter, Banana? Do you miss Ro? When Sub 2 looks back, she suddenly notices that the door behind her has closed. Well, rips up, I guess. An instinctive sense of danger rushes through her limbs like lightning. She immediately backs away from the Yasu's boxes, but she didn't dodge the gigantic stinger attached to a tail that shot out from behind the wall. Sub 2 blocks the attack with her left arm. The stinger, shaped like a sickle, pierces squarely through her limb and locks her in place. You bastards! Always playing dirty! Show yourself! Sub 2 lets out a grunt and tears at the stinger with her teeth. What? Sheesh! Give up your pathetic struggles. Prey that has fallen into the hunter's trap will never escape. The stinger's incredibly robust. Sub 2 stops attempting to break it and just pulls her arm out instead. This is the first time someone has tried to hunt me. Go on then, show me what you've got. Under De Niro's command, figures lying in ambush emerge one after the other from the shadows. Even when faced with an airtight encirclement, Sub 2 shows no fear at all, and simply laughs savagely like a wild beast. There are plenty of you, which means I get to tear out lots and lots of parts. I just have a single request. Please scream as loudly as you can. The louder, the better. They unleash the hound for real. The white figures rush towards the maniacal Tidal like the tide as more stingers await the perfect moment to strike. With her throat gripped in a vice, Morido is struggling for her breath, and yet she's still trying to push words through her lips. You're scared, aren't you? You're worried. that your friend is beyond your help. And 4 gives no answer and just tightens your grip. So's gonna make the hunters the hunter? Hell yeah, you know it. Unless. The air team learns and grows with every fight. I saw this coming. Stop deluding yourself. It won't work. Can you perform another miracle? I don't think you have the strength to pull that off. You'll have to try harder. So confident. Very good. You're quite like me. Join us. Father will welcome you warmly. Alright, why else will he send you to get me? And 4 gazes at Morido and rolls. Morido's smile vanishes completely. She looks back at M4 and struggles weakly. Restore me. I can reactivate the system here. There's no need for that. Just tell me where the central terminal is. I'll handle it myself. That's one way of doing it. A sharp blade grazes Subtu's cheek, but not by mistake. It's a gesture of disdain or provocation on her opponent's part. Is that all you've got? Subtu is completely immobilized by the many stingers that have impaled her body, but she is still glaring at the white needle before her with a feral grin. Your doggedness is rather awe-inspiring, but all your efforts are sadly in vain. Why don't you just relax a little and take a nap like your teammate? Listen, you shrimp, if you keep babbling nonsense, I'll rip out your tongue. I'll show some mercy by letting you hear your teammate's desperate howls before I end your life. The white needle smiles wickedly as she places her communicator next to Subtu's ear. Subtu? Subtu! Save... where? Ro! Are you alright? The white needle turns off her communicator. There's nothing more heart-wrenching than the wails of a friend on the verge of death. Fuck! She going wild, boys. I love that she just fucking roars. Subtu tears the white needle's hand right off with a bite. What? The communicator clatters on the floor. You rabid dog. I'm going to kill you all! Subtu writhes violently and starts freeing herself from the stingers by force. I just got M4 back. All that's left is 16. I will never let you hurt my friends. Why are you just standing there? Kill her! That's bad for your teeth. I don't think she cares. Before Subtu breaks free, the Paradeus unit closed in on her again. Icy lances, icy sights, and icy swords. The pain of being pierced by these weapons is all the same. Subtu howls in terrible pain and mauls the nearest Paradeus units with the one arm that she has managed to free. Ah! Kill her! Kill her! Rattled by Subtu's hysterical jowls, the Paradeus unit stole hesitantly and even back away for a moment. She intimidated by her. Banana, who has been hiding behind Subtu the whole time, smells an opportunity. It scrambles up to an elevated position and sends its signal receiver. Subtu! Rah! Reading her teeth, Subtu rips herself free of all the stingers. God damn! The moment she hits the ground, she picks up her weapon. Grenade! The explosion at close range sends the feeble Subtu flying. But she never lets go of her trigger. She keeps firing, consumed by her battle rage. Holy fuck. By the time she comes to her senses, the entire room is littered with broken Paradeus remains. Sub-2 is slumped in the corner, her body's mobility now only at 20%. After some simple adjustments, she starts crawling towards the stack of Yasuo's boxes sitting safe and sound on the other end of the room. Sub-2! What now? You're blowing out my hearing module. Are you okay? There was a huge commotion coming from your side. I'm fine. Alright, I found our mission objective. Great, I'm coming over. The signal was jammed and M4 just fixed it. You didn't run into Paradeus, did you? Hehehe, I did run into a few. I took care of them. After a long and difficult crawl, Sub-2 finally reaches the Yasuo's boxes. She wraps herself around one of the spheres. Are you hurt? Your voice sounds a bit odd. I'm okay. I'll see you later. She's fine. Sub-2 lifts up Yasuo's box and rises to her feet held by the wall. Her legs are so badly damaged she can't walk properly anymore. Leaning against the wall, she staggers towards the exit, one unsteady step after another. Ro's familiar footsteps draw ever closer. Mordor peers at M4, whose resolute gaze is making her waver with uncertainty. Perhaps this isn't the right time? Oh, weary traveler, do you see the roses? Where there is a fence, there is a home. Mordor suddenly closes her eyes and starts singing a light-hearted song that sounds incredibly out of place. You've heard this song before, haven't you? No. Comms have been restored. We can regroup at the entrance. And then? Then we blow this place up, just as we blew up the pharma factory. Ah, an unsurprising decision. In an inconspicuous corner, an electric door slides open silently. The white needle standing next to it eyes the woman who just walked through timidly. What? We're aborting. Teacher has ordered us to withdraw. Then what do we do? We're going back. Our task remains the same. What? A bucket of cold water splashes all over the blood-stained woman. Oh? Heavy footsteps approach the room. The commander opens the door and sits down entirely. Oh no, it's Mordor. It's Mordor, probably. How is Sub-2? 45 ran a diagnostic. Good thing we have some replacement parts with us, but she won't be able to participate in high-intensity battles for the time being. R-15 whirls around and throws another bucket of cold water over Mordor, who is groaning weakly while lying in a puddle of blood and water. So this is how you repay me, Robin. You still dare use that name? What the hell did you do back then? I didn't do anything. I'm not buying it. What happened to our signal reception? And why did you start singing at the central terminal? Who are you controlling? If I could still control Paradeus, you wouldn't have left that place alive. Use your head. The plant has been altered beyond my recognition. How would I know what happened to your signal reception? She spit out a wad of blood. It blew up like a crimson rose next to her face. I've given you what you want. Robin, I trusted you, but you didn't trust me. Just like when my sister gave you the medicine. Did you trust her? I did! Shut up! Oh, weary traveler, do you see the roses? Where there is a fence, there is a home. Mordor's voice has grown very hoarse, probably due to the extensive torture she has suffered. She starts singing the song she sang in the plant, faltering every now and then. What do you think this is, Robin? This is just a nursery rhyme that my sister and I used to sing, back when we were still human. Yeah, sure. You must have heard it before. It doesn't really mean anything. I just sang it without thinking. You weren't the only one they were trying to kill at the plant. They were going after me as well. The Asus boxes in this plant surpass your previous ones both in scale and capability. Most of them are only half complete. What exactly will the final product be? It's exactly what you see. And imagine. An upgraded version of a small-scale biological weapon. A large-scale one? So the disaster in Berlin was just a prelude. What are you after? I'm just a relatively high-ranking unit among an army of forbidden puppets. You disappoint me so, Robin. Mordor resumes humming the nursery rhyme nonchalantly. Her twisted and exaggerated smile looks extremely jarring in contrast of the innocuous melody. Enough! Mordor's head is knocked heavily against the floor, causing her to pass out. Yeah, she's not talking anymore. Her lips are still curled up in a faint smile. An uncharacteristic peacefulness can be found in this face that looks eerily identical to Maclean's. God fucking damn it. That was sheesh. Whew. Okay, I think I can probably read one more before I fucking die. So let's go. Progress. Where? This is just a pretty place. The phone rings. Do I have a ringing phone? That's the best I have. Okay, shut up now. I'm assuming you all heard that. You should be able to. The phone rings. Mia does not answer and Nili does not move either. 4 rings later, the call goes to voice message. Oh fuck! This is a very angry man. Wow. Why don't you kill yourself, you whore? Mia rushes over to turn off the answering machine. Some heartless member of the press has leaked news about Neely, and the harassing phone calls have been coming in non-stop over the past few days, of course. The phone rings again, and Mia savagely hits the answer button. Go to hell, you ruined everything! Because of you, the refugees don't trust the government anymore! Mia hangs up, but just as she puts down the handset, she hears that familiar ringing again. Just disconnect the fucking phone at that point, to be honest. Are you a spy or something? Scram and go back home, you stupid bitch! Man! Mia hangs up again. Just disconnect the phone, for real. Yeah, that's what I'm saying! You should just disconnect the line. You need peace and quiet. Once again, the familiar ringtone plays. Mia's about to hang up reflexively, but then she sees the words Mrs. Gray on the caller ID. Yeah, no, disconnect that line, do not answer. It's Gray. Nili's eyes snap open as she darts over to pick up the call. This is an emergency announcement. Due to unavoidable circumstances, our workplace remains unusable. The company has decided to temporarily shut down the research center. Do not return barring special circumstances. Please direct any questions to the HR manager. Damn, a recorded message. Leave her on read. It was a group call. Yeah. Lily hangs up Gray's call and slumps weakly onto her sofa. What's wrong? The lab's closed. It's all my fault. If I hadn't been so impulsive, things wouldn't have ended up this way. But the ecstasy didn't contact you again. Huh? That means the medicine's fine, and I'm alright too! Yeah, if there was something wrong with the medicine, they wouldn't just shut down the lab. But even though the medicine's fine, you still can't go back to work. That's just strange. Mrs. Gray didn't reply to a single one of the messages I sent her. Looks like she's really busy. She hasn't made an appearance for a long time. Yeah, I don't know what Mrs. Gray has been through. Used to be, Mrs. Gray would give lectures during her lunch or dinner time, because she said she needed to pour her energy into the lab. A proper scientist will never just hand experiments over to the people below them. Someone who doesn't take part in the work on the front lines doesn't deserve to have their name on the project team list. That's what Mrs. Gray said back then, but after I entered the lab, I hardly ever saw her. Maybe talk is cheap? Perhaps she might not be able to practice what she preaches. Mrs. Gray is not someone like that. Oh, you poor deluded child. Neely jumps up from the sofa and screams while pointing at the thesis hanging from a wall of the room. I chose to work at that lab precisely because Mrs. Gray isn't like the others. I know you admire her, but she might not be as simple and pure as you think, Neely. Don't you think there's some truth in what that agent said? Yeah, it's true. I'm bothered by what he said, but how should I handle this? You don't need to handle it. It has nothing to do with you. Says who? There's a rapid series of knocks from the door. Who's there? Grace certainly isn't like the others, that's for sure. I mean, yeah, true. Hello, I'm from State Security. This apartment block has been surrounded by refugees. Oh, fuck! What do you mean? The news this morning says that the suspect involved in the Eaton death was released from police custody. Someone put up a banner downstairs. We don't know where they got their information from. There were only a few dozen refugees at first, so we could still handle them. But more and more passers-by join in, and now some of the homeowners are taking part too. This is really getting out of hand. Maybe we should consider taking shelter elsewhere. Herr Security Guard, how do you expect us to leave when the entire building is surrounded? How is anybody going to trust your security firm when you force the homeowners out the moment something happens? You're facing unarmed civilians here. Can't you do something about it? We security guards are not law enforcement personnel, and we aren't authorized to use firearms. Our chief has already called the cops, and frankly speaking, given your situation, you might be safer in a police station. One more thing, they're going door to door with pictures. If you don't leave now, there's no telling what might happen. The security guard's footsteps gradually fade away. God damn. Mia gently pushes the door open and glances around outside. A milling crowd has the apartment block completely surrounded. They'll probably be spotted right away no matter where they leave from. She quickly comes back in and locks the door securely. Just barricade that shit. Nelly, you're in grave danger. There are troublemakers everywhere outside. They'll spot us even if we jump out a window. I probably couldn't protect you by myself if we went out there. Mia sighs and dials a number. Oh, hello. Mia? Lenny, sorry to bother you at a time like this, but I've got nowhere else to turn. Please come over ASAP. I need your help to save someone. Alright, give me the address. Mia sends the address over and sighs in relief before going over to Neely, who has been silent all this time. Neely, pack lightly. We'll leave once Lenny comes. If we're surrounded by all those people, then leaving isn't going to be a matter of numbers. Let me think. Yes, all we can do is try our best to give you cover. It'll be very hard to take care of this mess unless government people show up. That's it! Huh? That agent! Help me contact him! At the entrance of a certain logistics company, people occasionally go in and out through the main door. Day is boredly watching Mona talk to people there. Soon, Mona returns. I just finished checking their transport route data. We managed to narrow down the possible incident area. Should we go back and meet up with Kay?
I love this music.
Whatever you say, I'm just a tag-along lackey after all. The people from the technical department should be able to send us a restored HD image this afternoon. We might learn something new from it. I don't understand why you and Kay are so serious about a mission like this, which is clearly meant to mess with us. Agent J. Still alive? Ding! Mona receives an HD photo. Wait a minute, this logo... Jay's eyes go wide. That logo now has his full and undivided attention. That's Galatea's logo. This is the first time Mona has seen a serious expression on Jay's lackadaisical face. Now this is getting interesting. Them again. Jay's communicator suddenly rings. It's a number he hasn't seen before. Hello, Agent J. Nearly? Our apartment block is under siege by refugees. We have information that the police must never find out. But I'm pretty sure you'll be interested in this info. She sounds so confident. Give me the address. Okay, I have a friend at the door. You might want to meet up with her. She's called Lenny. Nearly hangs up, and then she sends her address over shortly afterwards. Jay turns to leave, but finds Mona blocking him. Agent J, I insist that we act together. I will not budge on this. Alright, Commando, thank you for dropping by. Have a nice day, bye-bye. Hey, didn't you want to work the case? We've got a Galatea informant offering herself up to us, so why are we still wasting time here? Oh, well, we'll look at that. I need to eat, so it's probably gonna end up here. Rewards! Jay's a real charmer, he is! Let's see. Just let me quickly check. We are on chapter 2 out of 6. Damn. Yeah, but the first one seems to be like the longest. It's because he shows off his abs through that little peak under his shirt. It's all he needs. I will most likely do Saturday and Sunday next week, and I might start an hour earlier, just to make as much progress as I can. Because we're still on chapter 2, and there's a lot. But yeah, I'm not gonna stream during the week. Maybe I just need to check some dates, some stuff. There's a game I need to try out, and I'm not sure if I'll do it during the week or on the weekend. We shall see. I shall see. So many words to read. But yeah, I'll upload the main schedule will be up, as you all guys know. Just let me get out of here. Yeah. Whoa, there I am. But yeah, schedule will be up today or tomorrow, as always. Hey June. As always, schedule up today or tomorrow. Did I come at the end? Yeah. Good morning, June. But yeah, what I'm planning so far is that I still need to like check some dates, see some stuff. But what I'm planning so far is doing Saturday and Sunday, Mortgage Frontline, and at least one of those days start an hour earlier to make progress. But I'll see. As I said, I just need to check. There's this game that I need to try out, and there's also I need to confirm if we're gonna be playing FNAF, if we're still playing FNAF with Koji and Maple. So yeah, I shall see. Stay tuned for that, but definitely double Girls Frontline, and at least one stream on the weekend, The other one, I don't know if it'll be during the week or also on the weekend. But so yeah, no Tales next week. That's for sure. No Tales next week, since I need to fill up the Girls Frontline. Need to progress. Sounds like a fun time. FNAF. But yeah. FNAF is happening. Koji will be playing, I believe. So I just need to figure some stuff out, and I'll upload the schedule for everyone to see, and like put up the waiting rooms a few days in advance and all that. More of the FNAF lore. Yeah, we need to see also. We need to plan when to do that. But we also need to go back to Fatal Frame, so that's what I'm saying, like, there's so much happening, so much to do. And I want to make as much progress as possible before, like, Neural Cloud comes out, because, like, yeah, that's happening too. Like, in 10 days, wait, what? Fuck! Oh wait, no, it's 6, okay, I look wrong at the numbers. The dates confuse me still. 2 weeks, yeah, 2 weeks. We're still 2 weeks away. Sorry, sometimes I look at the date in my computer and I'm still confused by the order of like in which North American rights dates. I still didn't read chapter 2 yet from Neural Cloud. Let me tell you, it gets intense. I didn't get to finish it, but I did get to advance a little bit, and it gets... Things start happening, and I'm like, sheesh! We're barely in chapter 2, god damn! Like, I mean, even at the end of chapter 1, you see, like, shit starts going down, and it's like, okay, they're not pulling their punches in this game, they're just starting strong, like, right away, with the love and hope. So I'm very excited to show you guys that too, because I don't think I got to finish chapter 1 on a stream, so... Getting so many Twitter notifications. Stop. But yeah. So thank you guys for coming. I'm gonna go eat now. Shit is going down. I still don't know how to feel about M4. I'm like, I don't know. Is it just me, or like she's acting kind of weird? But I mean, it's been a while since we saw her, so like, I'm just like, am I just misremembering her character, or like, I don't know, man. I trust nothing. Girls Frontline gives me trust issues. And I don't know what's up with Morido either. We should just get rid of her. She's gonna play mind tricks on me. I do not appreciate that. And like the whole thing we saw in her mind, I'm just like, holy fuck. Emotional damage! Like, god damn. It's all a trap, everything is a trap. For real. Morido is for breaking? I mean, yeah, but why do you have to type it like that? but I mean, true. Blame Yusha? I do, I blame him. I still remember the screenshot of like, we didn't even put that much suffering into the story. Like, bro. They might not be suffering, but there sure is a lot of betrayal and mistrust going around. But I am... if there is someone I believe in, it's Jay. Please do not kill him off. That's all I ask. He's only using 10% of his power. When everyone is Morido, no one is. I mean... also true. Man.
Man, there's so much happening. I'm still not over like griefing going like, clearly I'm not being radical enough. Like, my man, please calm down. Sit down. Eat a Snickers. The bakery game broke my heart. Oh man. I need to play that too. I mean, I need to play Girl of the Bakehouse. Are we still on for that? I'm still down. I just don't know when. But like, at some point. Just finished chapter 3. Sheesh! Oh boy. Oh man. Oh boy. We are down for that. Let's fucking go. As long as Gears Frontline frees me from its clutches. We need to plan. Kuru's artwork is a stream. What does that mean? Oh yeah. I mean, I feel I say that a lot when I'm reading Gears Frontline. Like people say like cryptic shit. I'm just like, what does that mean? What did she mean by that? Also, yeah, definitely not trusting Morido. I don't know how to feel about Morido at this point. I'm just like, are you with us? Are you against us? Are you plotting? Are you not plotting? What's the deal with you? What do the words mean? I don't know. And like N4 is acting all weird, and Sub 2 is out of commission now. I mean, not entirely, but like, you know, she's kind of fucked up at the moment. Hint, Morido is actually really dumb? Holy fuck. Then what does that make me and the commander? Trust her for only when tied up? I don't know about that. The only thing we can be sure about is that she's hot. But like, at what cost? Special. Oh, fuck. And that whole scene with like M4 fucking like mind broke her. I was just like, what the fuck? So that's why I was like, is she actually gonna help? But like, then no, she's not helping. I think. Pretty sure she's kind of planning with Grey somehow. Pure of heart, dumb of us, just like me, for real. And what's gonna happen with Nilly, man? I'm so worried about her. She's so cute. She's a fucking nerd. I love her. And I'm like, she's gonna die, isn't she? Make your bets. Who is gonna die in this event? Who do you think will kick the bucket by the end? Pretty sure Morido is not pure of heart. Very true. If the Grey NATO is what Grey really looked like, then wow, please be my professor. I mean, true. For K, he's definitely a goner. Or you think K will die? Thinking out loud, everyone. For K, he never scored. Damn. Okay, so we have our bets on K kicking the bucket this event. Anyone else? I'm not sure about Nilly's possibilities. As long as the commander gets to kill Morido, I'll be happy, but we will see. I wonder if Morido dies. I'm not sure, but I hope so. Oh god, I hope so. Get rid of her already. Fucking cockroach hasn't died. It's been like 3 events. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go heat up some rice and have some food before we're going to pick up my sister and think about everything that just happened. So yeah, thank you guys for coming. Hope you enjoyed the story time, and I will see you all next week for more Gears Frontline story time. Vengeance. But yeah, thank you.
Have a nice day. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.